It says we're on. Running here?
Yeah, running. Right. Call hello.
Yeah,
And double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And look, man, I'm sure brothers seen it, right? This crusader for Christianity, man, the apologist, Vocab Malone, right, came all the way over to the UK, and he's going to take on this cult and this person and that person. But you know who you never see him take on? There's two groups of people he never takes on. He never takes on Zionists, which is a racial based cult that is responsible for untold amounts of deaths, including children. You never see him questioning while they have a racial right to a land based upon the Bible. Because that's what Zionism is. They're saying, oh, we're Israelites. So by race and descendancy, we have a right to this land. And so we could displace people out of their homes and kill them and bomb them and maim them and put them in jail indefinitely and do all of that, which they have done, commit. What the most of the planet agrees is what they call a war crime, which is according to their own morality. But you'll never see him approach those people and say, oh, you can't use the Bible to that. Oh, actually, do you know that according to replacement theology, the church is actually the inheritor of the covenants? You never see him doing that. You will never see him go and address the Zionists. In fact, he'll get a Zionist on and side with the Zionists, even though you believe in replacement theology, and replacement theology is defined by Zionists as anti-Semitic. But he will use replacement theology against the Hebrew Israelites, but he won't use it against the Zionists, who are actually killing people and calling for people to be killed
In the name of being an Israelite.
in the name of being an Israelite. Then you got the Christian nationalists, right? Which is most of these MAGA people are Christian nationalists, right? Right now in Belfast, those are Christian nationalists. Over here in the UK, these mobs of racists, get them out, Britain is like, all that, them dons there. What are they? They're Christian nationalists, right? And what are they causing? They're insulting people on the internet more than any Hebrew Israelite has ever insulted anyone, right? They're terrorizing families in their homes and on the streets and calling for more families to be terrorized and or killed and or expelled, right? They believe in the pogrom. They're cheerleading pogroms, right? From America, you got Americans saying, yeah, the Irish should get what they need to do. The English should stand up for themselves and do the same thing. These guys, they're all Christians. They're talking about Christianity. Where is Vocab? Because Vocab's supposed to believe in God is love. Vocab believes that you're supposed to love your neighbor. Vocab believes that vengeance is mine, save the Lord. So if an immigrant stabs someone in the streets, according to Christianity, are you meant to go find any immigrant you can find and burn their house down and maim them and terrorize their children? Is that Christian doctrine? If it's not, then you need to go talk to your people. Surely it's more important for you to go and intercede for humanity from these savages who are actually terrorizing and killing people than coming up here and against us talking about some virgin birth. But you will never see Vocab Malone come up against these Edomite Christian nationalists with their racist and violent rhetoric.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and 6. For the vile person will speak variance, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of angry, and he will cause the drink of the thirst to fail.
So we're teaching the truth, which is in the Bible. Everything we teach is backed up in the scriptures, exhaustively, from multiple angles. Not just one scripture that we what's it called? Cherry pick and twist. We're talking about brothers coming at breaking it down from Genesis all the way to Revelation, throughout all the books, a consistent message, a consistent gospel, consistent in the scriptures. That's what we're bringing, the truth of the Most High, and we're doing it peaceably. We're not threatening oh, if you don't listen to me right now, I'm gonna put you to death. Knowing the fear of the Lord, we persuade men. Our threatening is of the Lord. So we're saying, look, the Lord is going to bring judgment. Yahweh Shai is going to come back. We never, ever say, oh, we're going to manifest these prophecies according to ourselves. Our job is to teach the ministry. The Bible says, wait ye upon the Lord. So we never encourage no Jake to go out there and put hands on no Edomite or put hands on no one for anything. We never told there's a homosexual, go kill him. No. We've never said you need to do that. We'll say what the scriptures say the judgment is, and we'll say that if you don't repent, the Lord is going to bring judgment. But we never tell no one to go and actually bring judgment or act out any form of violence on anyone. And you can't find us doing that. Even ISUPK, as big and bad and Planet of the Apes, as they want to go on, right? They don't form pogroms. There's no IUCPK pogrom where they're going into like Harlem or something and oh look, there's a white man living in that house, burn it down. No, we're not known for that. What are we known for? Bringing out the scriptures and being spiritual men, breaking down the strongholds through the word of the Lord.
And that shows that you man are not spiritual. Everything's about your action.
Yeah.
You know, where's the scriptures? There ain't no scriptures.
And the apologists are not out trying to stop them. And this is not nothing that's only happened today. This is your history. The history of you Edomites has been you being violent Christians. Vengeful, violent, and lustful Christians who lust after resources and blood. This is your history. And it's happening all over again. And once again, people like Volcamp, they ain't saying nothing. But they got a problem with us, which shows you that they're hypocrite. Oh, no.
I'm going to say
They still got German 7 a second.
the instrument also of sharing are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words.
Lying. See, he spread a message that the Hebrew Israelites were a threat to society. That's what he was trying to spread about us. He was trying to paint us as we are a violent threat to the citizens that we are around. Like we're like these average everyday people that's here. We're an actual danger. So we're gonna go and do something to them just out of the blue. We're just crazy and fanatical.
Yeah, he's gonna come up to all the camps.
But because he's brave, like
yeah.
That's the so a Hebrew Israelite killed his wife. Some crazy Hebrew Israelite killed his wife, right? Something that we don't condone and don't teach to do, yeah. And he would see, like, look, see this one. Look at this.
Because crazy people don't happen unless you're an Israelite.
But these Edomites have got full-on Christian pogroms, burning nurses and families fleeing, crying out of their house, and the man ain't got nothing to say about it. He's not going to do no video saying, "Look, man, my Christian Protestant people in Belfast. This is not how you treat fellow children of God."
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if you're white. Remember, he tells us it doesn't matter what your nationality is. We're all one in the sight of God. But go tell them man in Belfast that. Why don't you go? Because they need to hear it. Because them man are on the streets looking for anyone that don't look like them. Do you see?
Yeah.
Do you see the hypocrisy? But he won't fly to Belfast and go have a meeting with their religious leaders over there and with the Protestant leaders over there. The man that's doing videos with the straps. Imagine these men are doing videos with straps saying, yeah, we're gonna get busy on these people. This is the hypocrisy that we have to deal with when we're dealing with Esau Edom. That's why I keep telling you, don't let Esau try and moralize you and push you into a corner where you feel that you're the one in the wrong, because he doesn't live by the standard that he's trying to put on you. He's telling you not to be racist when they are the chief racists in the earth. We're hate preachers. But all them Edomites that's on the internet with Christian in their tag talking about black monkeys and third world savages and kill them all and death penalty, and they're not. That's not hate speech. That's not hate preaching. They got low IQs and they're just different from us. These are Christians. They're all Christians. Who invented all that in the first place? They were all Christians. They weren't Hebrew Israelites. Oh no.
As the Lord is saying,
Am I saying something wrong? Am I wrong?
so the 2 Isaiah 2:7, the instrument also of the child are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. Even when the need speaketh right.
Even when we speak it right, what do we speak? We speak that which is right. We speak that we're the Hebrew Israelites, right? And you Edomites have transgressed against our people, and therefore the judgment of the Lord is going to come upon you. And the Lord is going to have his vengeance against you, but according to scripture, he's going to use us to do it. But that's when the Lord returns. The scripture does say, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. That's why we're not supposed to take vengeance into our own hands, which is why we preach peacefully. We don't teach our people to go out there and seek vengeance for themselves. We teach the Lord is going to get that vengeance. But you come up, oh, see, you're talking about saving. Vengeance is mine, save the Lord, blah, 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 blah. But then you're gonna blow up Iraq for vengeance. You're gonna blow up Afghanistan for vengeance. You're gonna burn immigrants out of their house for vengeance. And I don't say here vocab running around going, wait, stop, my white people, my white Christian people. Vengeance is mine, save the Lord. Love your enemy. He's nowhere to be found. You ain't nowhere to be found. When the men are lighting up the Molotov cocktails, you ain't there saying, brother, put the Molotov cocktail down. Love thine enemy, brother.
But this is it. All this is just white supremacy.
Yeah.
Right? This is KKK. They're all Christians, right?
They're all Christians.
They're all Christians. But what are we going to do around doing? They're imposing their whiteness. They're right. They're higher superiority conflict. You know, that's what they were doing.
So because I did a video earlier on in the week. I was talking about how one Edomite woman, basically an Elamite, he took her home because he saw that she was drunk, innit? But obviously he was smart enough to be like, nah, this is she saw right here, right? So he's recording it. So then what she did afterwards, she basically accused him of rape, right? Accused him of rape. And then she was like, him and 2 Muslim men, right? Because a guy was Muslim. And I was like,
how do you know?
exactly. Yeah. But then when I was reading,
she saw man take the shahad.
exactly, right? But the reason I brought it up, because as you were saying, it's like exactly what she did in that moment is what Esau Becky was doing back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
That was Emmett Till,
and they're more than ready to come with violence because it's already in their heart. This whole thing of no, this is something they already had within them, and they're just looking for an excuse. They're just looking for a reason to exert the hatred and the bloodlust that was already in their heart.
Can I get this quickly?
Yeah.
This is the term pogrom, right? This is a pogrom is a violent riot incited with the aim of massacring or expelling an ethnic or religious group.
That's
right?
what it is.
Because you don't like everybody.
So
vocab,
to me, it sounds like them men in Belfast need you more than you need to be coming talking to us, because their movement is growing faster than our movement. They're all over Twitter. They got Elon Musk on their side. So their thing's getting pushed everywhere. So you're supposed to intervene, right? You care about Christianity and how it's represented and the scriptures. These people, according to you, they're going against what you believe, right? Because you said, oh, God is love, isn't it?
That should bring it hard to people.
They're not spreading love. They're spreading hate. You said we're hate preachers, right? That's why you come against us. Then come against them, because they're not just spreading hate. They're not just preaching hate. They're doing hate. So that should be the priority.
Can I get something else with you? It's Acts 17 verse 5. But the Jews which believed not, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the base of sort. That's what Esau's gathering up, the lewd base of sort, man. You know, because of the elites. They're doing everything on their level, high level, right? But it's you, man, on the ground that don't know. The IQ between you is 2, right?
They got like 1 GCSE between.
Yeah, you know.
It's a you know that way.
You know, because these elites don't move like you Edomites move on the ground. They're not bugged out.
They're not. Yeah, Elon ain't gonna come down on the street. He's gonna boost you, man, up to go do it.
The base of sort, because you're easily influenced.
Yeah, this is Christian. Like, I see one Edomite saying, these people killed our ancestors, so they shouldn't feel safe in our countries. Oh. You know, because they're talking about the damn Crusades, which the Crusades was not really about anything spiritual, because once again, there's nothing biblical which condones the Crusades. There was nowhere in the scriptures where Yahushua said, no, go fight to reclaim Jerusalem so that you could be landlords.
And what do these Edomites know about history anyway? You know what I'm saying?
What-
Like, they don't know.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah. They don't know shit about history because you can't even say that was you or not.
Yeah, you're right. You're probably one of them.
You're just using these points in time as an excuse. Oh, that was us.
But hold
It's
on.
like you still with it.
That sounds to me that you're taking something that happened in the past
Yeah,
and
bring it.
justifying judgment on someone today.
Yeah.
But when we do that,
No,
when we
no.
say they need to pay for what their forefathers did, Bo Cameron and all these
way.
men start losing their minds. But when these Christians are saying, yeah, these Muslims today need to pay for what their forefathers did, Bo Cameron, I don't know where he at. He's somewhere doing another skit. And this is why we can't believe you. You don't have no integrity or nothing that you stand for. You see, with us, what we stand for it 24/7 all day long. And if we see our people breaking the standard, we're going to call them out. If we see anyone else breaking the standard, we're going to call them out.
What's wrong is wrong. What's right is right.
That's an
That's
old
how it
school
is.
West Indian thing. Right are right and wrong are wrong. That's how it goes. But with you lot, right ain't right and wrong ain't wrong.
Shit,
It
all the time.
depends.
Yeah.
It depends. You're selective with it.
It benefits you.
Goalpost moving.
You're a hypocrite, man.
Got a quick precept after you.
Yeah.
Another. So for Romans 13 and
Spirit.
13.
Yeah.
What?
Romans 13 and 13. It says,
Get that.
let us walk honestly, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying.
He's saying, man, this is the crazy thing about these patriots. These men are on the packet. Oh my, our British culture, bro. You are the most uncultured of British people. You are. Most of these men are the packet monsters, which means they're involved in illicit drugs. The Class A Harry Kane. That's what they're on. These are packet monsters. These men are beating up their wives. These men don't go to church on a weekly basis. These men could not recite to you 2 scriptures. Yeah, but mate, the Christian, mate, this is a Christian country. Oh yeah? Well, what's your favorite verse? Mate, this is a Christian, look, St. George's Cross.
I don't know what it means to be
They don't know nothing about it. All they know is Christmas and Easter exists. And there was a dude that they called Jesus. They don't live by no principles. That you could even find in the scriptures any way, shape, or form.
family, mate. Family. Yeah. That's about it.
The only Christians in actual people that's holding up Christianity is a bunch of Nigerian and Ghanaians, bro. If you want to know who's there, my brother, if you do not repent,
Oh, who were all of them man that came up with vocab?
Exactly.
That's a good
The
point.
ones that are keeping Christianity alive in the UK, when the churches, when you see one Edomite church abandoned and closing down, there's a Nigerian or Ghanaian church opening up. And then when they're opening up churches in businesses that are closing down, warehouses, factories, everywhere.
Cinnamon.
You see old aunties, man. You go barking. Now you got aunties here with the head wraps out there talking about Jesus with 5 cameras, bro.
Bro, it's like this week alone, like when I go to work near, where all them small hats live, stuff like that, It was Benjamin women, Nigerian women, either on a microphone preaching the scriptures, or handing out leaflets, man. And white, the Edomites are walking by.
Christianity died in England, not because of any invaders, it's because these Edomites don't give a damn. They only use it as an operating system when they want to do some evil. This is the issue. When they want to do some evil, then they're Christians and they have a righteous right. But other than that, they're going to be on the packet, out there on the pub getting sloppy drunk, having bar fights and doing foolishness. This is their culture. This is what they're about. But when they feel like it, they'll slap on the St. George's Cross and talk about Christianity and how we have a righteous cause and all this stuff. Well, you man are just hypocrites. No one ain't stopping you from going to church every week.
See, these are giving you patriotism, right? But these are not patriots. This is something that's your religion. It ain't nothing to do with
we want our
the
country
church, the
back.
Bible.
Who took it? You want your country back?
Are they not in government still?
What?
They don't not hold the power.
You got a house, don't you? What was taken from you? Nothing. It's bullshit.
Is your establishment run by you?
But then they're championing Elon Musk. These men are amassing all the wealth for themselves and taking their jobs, and they're championing them. Anyway, can we get the precept? We're going to
an immigrant.
the racist, because we're going to bring out all the scriptures that they accuse us of being racist unapologetically. Because now they want to be unapologetic. Or it's cool now to be an Edomite and say, oh, well, you can call me a racist. It doesn't work anymore. So what the fuck? So then why was you on our case for? Oh, you're racist. Like, yeah, but we're just bringing out what's in the scriptures. You're just racist. It ain't got nothing to do with the scriptures. Oh, but it's Islam. No, you ain't got a problem with Islam. You got a problem with anyone that's not white. Let's stop playing games and stop running all these games. Because if you're so against anything against Christianity, why are you not talking out against atheism? Oops. Oops. I don't hear nothing. Can we hear that? Can we hear that? How come you ain't? That's the biggest, fastest growing religion in the UK, atheism. Oh, no, we're not gonna. Don't worry about all that atheism stuff. Evolution and all this stuff. Evolution. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, mate. I don't. Yeah.
Deuteronomy?
Yeah, man.
This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Let's bring it out.
It says, "For thou art in holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy God."
There's a holy people. What's a people? A people in the scriptures is a nationality, is a group of people of the same genealogy. The Lord created different nations that have patriarchs. Right? Israel is a nation upon itself, which is the same as saying a race. The word race and nation are pretty much interchangeable. So the nation of Israel is the race of Israel. It's a race. Now, what Esau done was, being the devil that he is, instead of sticking to the divisions of race that the Heavenly Father created. Right? Let's get that in Deuteronomy 32 and 8. The Lord created different races of people, and it's recorded in the Bible along with the patriarchs that formed those nations. It's in the scriptures. Then Esau came along and decided, you know what? Yeah, because obviously that whole thing ain't looking good for him, because that means he's an Edomite. So he changed it. Like, actually, no, we're not going to have no biblical nation no more. That don't make no sense. What we'll do is we'll aggregate everyone into some racial phenotype characteristics. So there's going to be 3 races now. No, there's never been 3 races of people. The races of people are the nations which is found in the scriptures. And some of the races look the same, but they're not the same because it's based upon lineage. You can look the same as someone else and not be from the same race.
Right. Deuteronomy 32 and 8. It says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
He divided all different races or nations, and they all have an inheritance in the earth. Every people have an inheritance in the earth that the Lord has bestowed upon them. By inheritance, I mean their land.
Right?
Their lands which was God given to them by the Heavenly Father himself.
Which Europe is not part of yours. No, America.
You'll have an American talking about, yeah, the indigenous. Bro, you're not indigenous.
Exactly.
You're not indigenous to where you are. It's, bro, these Edomites, that's why you can't converse or debate with an Edomite. They're the deaf Adam, man. They're the most civilized people there's ever been on the history of the planet Earth. They are the true barbarians, the true savage. They're just unreasonable. They're taking our jobs. You get a job. Yeah, you're taking our jobs. You don't get a job. They're parasites. Go back to your country. Well, you're in your country. Let me send my corporation to take everything and start a war. Now you flee from the war. They're asylum seeking. Bro, it's you. Yeah. You're like, you got a hand in the whole asylum seeker, cycle.
The broken system.
Even the whole cycle of migrants migrating financially is down to you. You created the third world, which is why you get the brain drain and people leaving where they are. How did the wealth get in the West? Because you're so fucking smart. No, because you stole it, bro. This system, this worldwide system of outward impoverishment, right? You started that. The only issue is now they're starting to impoverish and consume their own people, which you celebrate because Elon's a trillionaire. They're off all your pension money.
The more money he gets, the more money he gets, the less money everyone else.
Yeah, it's all their pensions. All their pensions bought up the fund. So Elon's your exit liquidity. Anyway, go on.
It says, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of a people
according to the number of the children of Israel. Separated the sons of Adam because men, the tribes of men were separated by men, not women. This is why Dinah, and I was going to ask them that when they came down, but you know, there was a lot going on. I was going to ask them, like, why isn't Dinah a tribe? Why was it? Where is the tribe of Dinah?
No, they just said, you know what they said? It ain't relevant. That's what
That's it.
They said it's not relevant.
Yeah, and in his mind, he's thinking, who's Dinah? Yeah, you just say you don't know. Yeah, there ain't no women there is not one nation in the Bible. The seed of the bro, there's not one nation in the Bible that has a matriarch. It literally does not exist. If it does, you show me. Show me the nation in the Bible that has a matriarch. It doesn't exist. It's separated according to different men. All the nations are named after a man, except but yeah, because there was Nomen Omen. So the Philistia was a man, and the name means to be an immigrant, basically a sojourner, because the Philistines were Mizraim, but they lived among Canaan. The Philistines weren't Canaanites, so it was a Nomen Omen. So they're all named after a particular man. These are facts. Edom, Moab, Ammon, Israel.
Yeah. And it's funny, the Palestinians have the same name today in the land of Israel. Because they don't belong there.
Yeah. And it's fine. Wow. Yeah. And the thing is like it has to be by, if you do it by the woman, that means everyone could just marry into everyone's nation. You know what I mean? Everyone just suddenly becomes a mix.
But that's why it's a mess. But Esau is here to cause confusion. That's why he teaches, you know, these things that are possible, mixing seeds and Jewish on your mother's side, all this stupidness. You know, it's confusion. So that's not how things are labeled out in the scriptures.
The only way you can have nations strictly is if it goes by the father's line. That's the divide. That's the root, the branch, the stem. Yeah. Pretty simple, yeah? Yeah, go on.
This is Numbers one Herod in them, you know. Remember, they tried to marry in.
Yeah,
you know, after
and that's a usurper. That's a bastard.
Yeah.
When we broke it down, that's the literal definition of a bastard.
But that's where the idea of being Jewish in Moses are, because they were Edomites, you know. But he had to marry He's like, women, that make Israelites now.
They did the same thing when the Ashkenazi started marrying them with the Sephardic. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Means that everyone shows you everyone was very well aware of lineage. Everyone knew what was going on. That's why they were like, well, we know this.
But Esau changed all that, man.
Because he was talking about Esau wanting to change, you know, times and seasons and all that.
Because even before, there was no such thing as being white. You had Irishmen, you Scotsmen, and this whole idea of Britain. We could give you a history listening, but we know that most of you, man, you seen Braveheart, you didn't really understand. Even to this day, a lot of Welsh do not consider themselves to be British. Yeah. A lot of Scottish do not consider them to be British because they understand.
Even people in the south, Cornwall. Like I found out when I was in Cornwall that the Cornish see themselves as a separate people.
Yeah, because Britain is really, when you break it down, the establishment of Britain is really the conquering of Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales by the English. This is why everything about British is really English. The Scottish is like, the kilt and all that. The Welsh, the Scots had their own language. The Welsh got their own language. But English is the language of Britain because Britain is the domination of the English over these different peoples. So even that is a farce. It's a far British, mate. Nah, bro. It's Englishman dominating over other men. That's smaller than that.
Man had a famine, bro. Like, the niggas starved out.
Yep.
It's United Kingdom. Therefore, they're a separate kingdom.
Yeah, King James was the first because the elite families married amongst each other. But the people themselves didn't consider themselves the same. This idea of being white, and the elders always bring it out, was something that was invented. There's no such thing as white. That's an Irishman, and that's an Englishman, and but really it's supposed to go deeper than that. It's supposed to go back to the biblical nationalities, the biblical tribes.
I'm going to say, even like when you look at certain of them West African nations, one of the reasons they have a lot of quote-unquote infighting is because they were all, if you want to understand the true nationalities according to the scripture, but for them, they were all different tribes. there were different tribes, different borders, and then Esau came along with a pen, just did that, right? Nigeria, Congo, but these times you've got lots. So that's why we look at Nigeria, it's like 50-50. The top half is 50% Muslim, right? And the bottom half, the other half is Christian, and the south, right? Because these were just going around just with a big pen. You know?
And this is why it's been important for Esau to erase tribal identities and things like this, and just generalize things. No, I said all white, so for white people, are not all the same. You know, so but if he just labels everybody white, oh yeah, you're the same because you're white. Yeah. It gives that sense of unity, but it's really fake. You know, but that's what Esau's done. You know, to have this, you know, I don't know, this strength as a people, even though we're fucking separate.
Yeah. Just the other, it's what's funny as well, because we remember how Edomites treated the Poles when they came.
Yeah, exactly.
We remember
it's a joke.
They were fighting each other.
Yeah,
but this is what happens right now. They'll team up. Today they'll team up with the Poles, right? Yeah. To get the other immigrants. Oh, you take it in. You know, to team up. Right, they'll team up with the Poles right now to come against the brown immigrants or whatever, right? But as soon as if they got that done, they got the brown immigrants out. It'll be the Polish next. It was Polish next. You know? Oh, they're not the same as you know what I mean?
They bought Brexit, bro. You Baconite.
Like I see bare Poles and Lithuanians and men just drunk on the road, bro.
Yeah, don't try it.
So you quick to point the finger at man, easy, bro. It's easy.
It's fake love, bro.
Yeah,
like no one
white united. That's what it is, bro. But they're not united. It's a farce.
Some Baconite that you know the main Baconite I was talking about. Like he went to Poland, yeah. Like his daughter apparently his daughter brought him a gift for his birth. Nigga, you wanted to go to the promised land. And he was in Poland, he came back with like, I was always gonna say my first name. Yeah, Steve, man, like just like it was amazing, it's clean. You know what I mean? There was no migrants over there. But
the same thing he's doing, the same thing immigrants do when they think about, I want to get the fuck out of here. Because this place is better. He wants to go to Poland now because, my place is a shithole. Yeah, because you're bombing. So of course these men want to leave, you know, Africa or wherever they come through into Europe and different places. Of course they want to, because you're messing shit up. But you're playing, they're messing this stuff up here. It's your fault.
Because most Baconites, what's their future plans when they
retire Spain,
retire Spain, Portugal, Canaria, you know, and all them little places.
Algarve.
Yeah, the Algarve.
And now Southeast Asia.
Vietnam.
Thailand. Yeah.
Do you remember that one, that weird Polish fucking Edomite dude that goes around the video with people? Remember he was in Vietnam? Bro, he'll be in a random town in the UK. And just people be chilling, having a drink. You put the camera to their face, and they're like, look at the dirty migrants. Yeah? The nigga was in Vietnam with a Vietnamese woman, and he's walking with her, calling the other Vietnamese people dogs. So they came and kicked him out. They deported him out the country.
Which what if I could say, man, it's beautiful. Like I was speaking with the elder earlier on in the week. One of the things we were saying is like, bro, like, hey, keep putting the camera on these Edomites. Because for too long, the vision of Edomitism has been via Hollywood. It has been Tom Hanks, Captain America. It's been, what was his face, man? Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise as the Last Samurai. It's been that, but now with the advent of the internet, of these Baconites, basically, exactly the rest of the world. Yeah, the rest of the world are watching Esau chip out. They're like, yo.
But this is what we've been saying about, Esau, showing his horns. He's reverting to what he really is or what he really wants to be. Yeah. He's been, had to be PC and all this kind of stuff recently up until this point because man like Trump are in power and all this kind of business. So they got the battery in them right now. You know what I mean? But before they were quiet, we can't say racist things anymore. I'm still racist, but I can't say it. So I should pretend I'm not racist. Yeah. But you've always been racist. Right, and now you've been allowed to express yourself like how you want to, and bro, and look at what you're doing, bro. But you bring these stupid ass niggas that burn shit down, and you're doing the same thing. It's because you're really just that, and you're just base.
And if you keep it stacked, everyone's racist.
Of course, everyone's prepared their own.
You just don't know how to compartmentalize your emotions.
Even this term racist, it's been skewed.
Yeah,
right, because it doesn't mean to have hate
for others.
It doesn't mean to have hate.
Yeah, preference.
It means to prefer one's own.
That's it.
Right? And anybody does that. Everybody does that, right? But it doesn't mean you have to go
That's
actively hate somebody. That's different.
Yeah,
Hate and racism are completely different things.
like that. Because guess what? You might have a preference for your people, but they can still do business with you.
Exactly. Which we did, even as a people, we did that.
Yeah. And it's built into our law.
Yeah,
For example,
exactly.
if this beast dies of itself, I can't give it to you.
Yo, my
Give it to you. Yo,
you need some of this in it. Okay, that's
Oh,
fine.
that's
Good price. Yeah, good price. Good price.
But you know why? Like that's deep as well, because like I mean I ain't got the scientific proof, but you know when you see these heathen can eat like off shit
And survive.
and niggas is flexible and niggas can backflip like I mean even some of these mobiles over there that's behind us right now. Them niggas can eat an electric sword. It's all right. Yeah, all right.
Well, sea
They're
urchins,
still,
bro.
they're still stretching
Well,
shit.
water hedgehogs, bro.
Jake eat bad meat. Gone off for a couple of
Okay,
minutes.
yo,
Your chest guy's coming up. Yeah, bro.
It's our kryptonite, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's the
Let me get this scripture. Ezekiel 35 verse 11. So therefore, as I live, says the Lord God Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger, right? These Edomites, right? According to thine anger and according to thy envy, because you're jealous, right? That's why. So why you got a phone? You just got to the country. Why you got a phone? I ain't got a phone. Why you got a phone? They're just mad. This is angry, innit, right?
The phone's as important as a passport these days.
But everything's going digital. Like phone's essential.
Exactly.
Phone's essential, especially if you want them to be traced and that kind of stuff. What are you gonna say? Don't have a phone then?
Exactly.
And it can't be an old phone because old phones are slow as hell and they don't work properly. They've got to be up to date. So yeah, he's got an Apple phone, whatever. Maybe not an Apple phone, but an Android phone of some type, right? And you're gonna be mad because the government just gave them that. Yeah, but that's part of the system, bro. You can't not have one. So, well, yeah, you know. So you'll be mad because they got no clothes. They came with nothing.
Yeah.
So the government gave us some money for get some JD Sports, get some Nike Tech or bro. But this is because of the things you're doing in the world. This is even happening. But yeah. But you know, so you're really just mad, right? It says according to thy envy which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. The hate really resides with you. Like, because when we came, not when we came over, you took us. We wasn't adversarial to you. You just came and took us. And even in later days, or later years, when we on the winter rush that we came over, we didn't come over in hate. Our man wanted to work.
Yeah. You brought us.
They were looking forward to cohabiting with you and all this kind of stuff. It's you that really didn't want us there. Right? And this hate has always been inside you.
And when they brought over the Jakes for Windrush, right? And even in Babylon with the Panama Canal and that, the way it was advertised to them was like they're about to do a good service. Windrush came. They came to build up the bit because your baking self wasn't trying to do the work. I've got research.
And you might look today that you got a bunch of fucking monkey ass Jake running around the road, stabbing each other and that. But that's a product of your societies, man.
Yeah.
About the things you give out as influence.
Yeah. And something that we touched on with being the elder when we did our live this week was this. A lot of these joke industries now that pay well and that Jake dominating, they didn't pay well like originally. Like, so whether it's the National Health Service or like you guys, the bus drivers or the train drivers, these were jobs Edomites didn't want to do.
Yep. It was dirty. It was,
and then when
But when you if you look at the medical outcomes of certain of them jobs, because I didn't realize allegedly, independently verified it, but it struck my attention because my old dear, she's suffering through the dementia, innit? And it was basically saying healthcare workers have high incidences of dementia.
Makes sense.
Also, because I'm thinking about all the chemicals that they're using and them exposed to long hours, radiation, the shift patterns and all of that stuff. I was like, okay. I was like, that actually makes sense, right? But then you look at also, I think they said the people that work on the London's metro, right? A lot of them die soon after retirement, right?
It's true.
But these Edomites, up until that point, they've been in Canary Wharf in the big buildings on the packet at lunchtime.
Sitting in the aircon room.
Bro, it's proven, you know, a night shift generally
carcinogenic.
takes away from your life.
Yeah.
Because your body's fighting against a natural circadian rhythm. You know what I mean? But that's the shift that Jake is doing.
Let me just finish this off quickly.
Yeah.
This is and according to thy envy which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I judge thee. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Jehovah, and that I have heard all thy blasphemy. You were talking all this shit for a long time. Even when you're not speaking it, you're thinking it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yo, you know them ones be at work or whatever. And then it's like lunchtime and you walk with an Edomite woman and you see how
Bro, you already know.
Baconites look at you.
You already know, man.
Yeah.
The thoughts are going through their head. This is mad.
Insecurity.
They're like, gnashing in teeth.
I'll never.
Oh, I wonder how that happened.
I'll never forget when I was in Wales. Like, I chatted to a white girl, getting a number, and she was like, "Hey, man." And then let's say we're like this. There was an Edomite stood behind me like this. Wow. You see, I was like, bro, you're right. I said she's giving me the number. Like, eventually, we both got uncomfortable. We left it, but it's like
Because you men are uncomfortable, bro.
Let me know that. His sister, we were with this guy that they're all protesting about right now. His sister's dealing with a Jake. And what did they say? Oh, not only did he die, his sister's dealing, she's got a mud shot.
She's a race
traitor.
But these are things they've been thinking all the damn fucking time, man. It's not new. These men have always thought that. They never liked it. You know? It says, I've heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. Thus with your mouth you have boasted against me. You disrespect us, you disrespect the Most High. Oh yeah, but you're meant to be Christians, right? No, you don't give a damn about all that stuff.
no time, bro. Like what?
Stop lying.
The average Baconite though, no Baconites care about God, bro. They're all fucking atheists.
Yeah.
And then when someone dies, that's it.
Yeah. Or when's the holiday coming?
Yeah.
Easter, Christmas. Oh yeah, Turkey.
Yeah. Or
Bacon.
obviously,
Pigs and blanket.
yeah, pigs and blankets. Or now it's God save the king. But you know, before God save the queen and the national anthem, before football. That's their God. Their God is football. Bro.
Yeah, that's
their God. That's their religion.
They use the original tool.
Yeah.
Change whatever they want.
Yeah. Like a tool that they barely use. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
And there's some killing required.
Yeah.
So they multiplied your words against me, I have heard them. Thus said Lord God Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. And as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee, thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they should know that I am the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, man.
But the judgment's coming for your wicked acts, man, and all your wicked thoughts.
This is Psalms 140. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man.
Switch a bit more, yeah. Before YouTube complains.
Yeah, it says, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together.
So who's the most violent in the earth? Because these all like to pick, these certain nations in the world. Yeah, there's a lot of intra-tribal warfare going on, right? But relatively small amount of people. Let's be real about it. You know, 2,000 here or whatever. Esau does violence on a global scale.
Industrialized.
Right? That's why we had 2 world wars thus far. I mean, another one coming. Right? Millions of people involved. Right? And Esau, that bloodshed is nothing. He's doing it on a daily basis, though. With the various things that he's involved in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, whenever I think about the Battle of Somme, where it's like 60,000 man died in one day. Like just from, and this weren't on no like, a little nuke got dropped or whatever. This is just like meat grinder dead. In one day.
So Esau is that violent man. He's the sword of the earth.
Yep, brother. Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou as are the perpetual hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Like, and all these Edomites, bro, is what we were touching on in the video. They have a natural built-in victim complex. Like, despite being the perpetrator. You know what I mean? Like, even if you look at Esau, you know, here it is. He gave up birthright and, you know, he sold it.
It's my brother's.
But then, you know, then after, he was mourning and crying.
Same way King was with the Most High. He's mad that his brother did the right thing. He didn't. The Most High respected his brother, not him. It's your fault.
Instead of taking accountability and be like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna do the right sacrifice.
Maybe it's me.
Yeah, maybe it's me.
No,
You know,
it's you.
instead of doing that, Cain just went to murder, and Esau with the birthright. Instead of me like, you know, man, I fucked up.
Yeah.
He just wanted to kill his brother. That's the spirit of Esau. And it's like now there's this whole you Baconites, I hate you, bro. Because now there's just the walls are closing in on us, the migrants are taking over.
See, the thing is, yeah,
Right.
Esau's involved in the most craziest slavery that ever existed on the planet, right? And yet he's reluctant to do anything about it, right? He should be on his fucking knees groveling, for mercy. That he fucked up, he did such a bad thing that really that he should be on the floor groveling. But he's not humble, obviously. He ain't gonna do that. He's private, so he ain't gonna acknowledge that, right? He should be in debt. He is in debt, but he should be in debt to us. But no, he's gonna complain about you that you're taking up space.
Look, you Edomites are the biggest migrants. Think about it. Like, bro, this how much of a migrant he is, yeah? Like obviously we know his land is in the land of Edom. But let's just say we just give them Europe. Yeah, all right, cool, Europe. All right, you know, Italy, France, Ireland, whatever, yeah, chill. Bro, there's other places that is undeniable in history that you was not there. Like, take Australia. Like, Australia is just now a white nation.
It's a running joke amongst them.
Yeah. The Dutch, you know, Afrikaans in them in South Africa. Some South Africans are bugging out right now. But let's put that to the side. There's literally like a lineage of white South Africans, you know, that's just there. Babylon the Great, which is American, the Native American guide and all that. Yeah, you just saw it. And now it's a universal, just okay, that's a white country. Like, it's crazy.
The worst thing is, it's like they're Native Americans. Edomites are Americans.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Jake is African American, but they're the true Americans. Like,
Oh, you think we should move them?
that's a parents. We do. But all like to old men.
That's why
was a
people don't
bacon
care.
Yeah.
You just don't care, homie, bro. They talk about all the people, but they're not circumspect. They're not trying to be circumspect. Because they should be cautious.
Yeah.
But they're not cautious. They don't want to look after the kids anyway.
Bacon and I would come out the bush with a Braveheart fucking top.
But it's if we're that fucking dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's fabricated. Like that's crazy, Jake. It's just like this crazy Edomites and every other nation is crazy people. You know what I mean? But like you're more of a problem than we are.
Yeah.
That I was gonna say earlier on. He's talking about like Esau should be groveling, should be prostrated. The beautiful thing is, it's like all of these heathen nations have something against Esau. Right? You mentioned the Aborigines there, right? Similar thing. Esau went over there and was like, all right, cool, y'all are subhuman. Same way,
You
right?
know how insulting that is.
Yeah. You
they found out that them Aboriginal, they like to drink.
Yeah.
So there's something they put in the beer, make them crack up on their mind. So suicide.
Yeah. You know,
Serious.
then you look at like just for our history, like you always make the joke, huh? Like if you had all of the different heathen nations together in like an AA meeting, right? So how has Esau hurt you? Right, all of the heathen nation, that's what's beautiful. I mean, we've just been like live streamed a genocide for the last 2 or 3 years. Right, that's on Esau, and then Esau's basically just brushed that under the carpet. He's just been like, it's not a big deal, basically. Right? But it's okay because he sees the nations when we have you in captivity, right? Pursuant to Isaiah, I always forget, is it 13 or 14? Right? 14, it speaks about how these different they ain't gonna stop. When we putting the foot up your ass, they ain't gonna stop us. They're gonna be getting along. They're gonna be like, yo, is this the man?
Well, even that, you know, the point that the brother made about the Aborigines and it being addicted to back of the alcohol.
Yeah.
So let me see what I can find on it. It says, while the introduction of alcohol by colonizers was highly destructive, widespread addiction was driven by the social economic impacts of colonization, the breakdown of traditional cultures, and early exploitative labor practices rather than adulterated products.
Because they were being oppressed.
Being oppressed, man.
This is what happens. People
Yep.
break down, man.
Yep. The natives, from what I've heard the different apostles say, but the natives in the States, you know, Gad and Reuben, and there's a high suicide rate from and alcohol abuse in the reservations and stuff like that as well.
And you know it's gonna be bad, Jay, because like brothers, you know brothers can drink. But how much you got to drink to death?
Yeah.
But, bro, it's crazy because I couldn't even get that drunk. I'll be throwing up everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, man are going beyond, bro, because they're that depressed.
But the thing is, as well, it's like, you know, in the example the brother's given, it's plausible. Because they showed you that in that film, they cloned Tyrone. It's in the chicken.
Bro, that means they're drinking heavy every day, man. Their liver's done. You know what I'm saying? They're done, man.
Yeah.
The scripture says it. Because I couldn't drink like that, man. I'll be fucked up every day. I can't operate. So I couldn't even drink like that. Them man just going through that, beyond that point, and their liver's just not working, bro.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
Yeah, I mean,
Kidneys fading, everything, bro.
those people are the ones that like they like take it as a serious business to be drunk. Like they'll pace themselves for the whole day. Yakking repeatedly. It's like a 9 to 5. Literally 9 to 5. Yeah. 12-hour shift, 9 to 9.
And you know they're buying the cheap shit as well, so it's deadly,
Yeah.
man. It's not even good stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Got Sam.
Oh, it's really, really quick. It's Habakkuk 2 and 5. It's also. There you go.
It's Habakkuk 2 and 5. And it says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Where is Esau's inheritance? Because we read that earlier. The Most High divided the lands basically to the nations, right? Where is Esau's inheritance? Right? It's down in the Middle East. Idumea, right? But if you go there, all it is a tourist attraction. There's no real living population there, right? Because shit, innit? Oh yeah. So yeah, you're an immigrant, bro. Because you're everywhere else in the world, building your cities. Right? But the Most High said you're going to build, but the Lord's going to throw it down. So no matter where you set yourself up, and you're still the border of wickedness.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go is the border of wickedness. It doesn't matter if you're not in your land. Edom, the Most High is not going to, I'm going to ask about the Most High. He's going to destroy Edom. I ain't going to be there though. I'm going to be everywhere. So how's he going to get me? No, the Most High is still going to get you. And this is why the judgment, it follows you, because it's racial. Judgment is racial. So that's why when we speak about certain, like, you know, it might be Nineveh, or it might be Babylon, you know, wherever, you have to fit the profile. Right? And that's why where you are, the Most High is going to bring that judgment no matter where you are.
Look what happened to us, man. As a nation, man. We got got. It didn't matter whether it was in Jake Hyde.
Bro, these curses shall pursue thee. It don't matter where we was in the earth, man.
I've always loved how that is phrased, because when you think of someone pursuing, right, in a pursuit, it's like they're like those sentinels in
X-Men,
is X-Men? Yeah, both. Yeah. The sentinels are searching for you.
Yeah.
Right. You think he's kidding? Like, I got away.
So it don't matter how prosperous the patient is, you know what I mean? How prosperous the nation is doing that you're in. How well you're doing currently. Bro, the curse is gonna find your ass, man, and bring you down to the bottom. And that's what it's there for, man. If you ain't keeping the laws, you know?
And it says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as
He wants everything.
everywhere.
He wants everything, man. That's why he's never happy. So he wants your land, he wants your land, he wants your land. I'm gonna live here, I'm gonna live there.
Yeah.
And you're gonna live in some shitty little patch in a ghetto somewhere.
Yeah. Just the other day, Trump was like, "Look, man, we're gonna take car gardens.
We're gonna come to your land, set up shop, and tell you to get the fuck out because you're a bunch of immigrants."
Wow. He's the biggest walking contradiction.
Wow.
And that's why, you know, really,
Call you fucking immigrants.
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy, bro.
which is why, man, like Apostles was saying, like our direct of positions are the elites. Because having conversations with these low-level peons is vexing. Because it's like
They're low IQ.
they're low IQ.
Yeah, they don't know what's going
Because
on.
they're so
They're just
distorted.
emotional.
Yeah, of their history of what has happened, how they got where they are, what they did to get what resources. It's sort of like when you know what I mean, like a nation, let's say like they find gold in Zimbabwe, and it's like, okay, you know, now we must go and the corrupt leaders in Africa. Like I'll be at work and the bacon out, but yeah, because obviously them countries are corrupt, innit?
Bro, HS2 is gonna cost $100 billion. And they talk about those nations across, not to cut you off, but it actually infuriates me.
But that's business.
Yeah. Heathrow's third runway, they spent £800 million to build nothing. Bro, let Ghana do that. Yeah, you see, they'll be like, these bacon nuts will be like, you see?
This is what I mean. When it comes to numbers,
No.
when it comes to numbers, Esau's winning on corruption, on death, and all these different types of things. He'll point at you. Oh yeah, because you embezzled £2 million or something, right? And you know, some leader took £2 million. Now he's got a Rolls. But you do 20 million or 200 million on a project that didn't ever happen. Oh, it's just unfortunate circumstances or whatever. But if someone's got the money,
Well, Diddy. Look at Diddy. Like, Diddy's the villain of the earth.
yeah.
But he ain't even scratching the surface what these Edomites be doing. They have it institutionalized.
I sent it in the chat when I saw it was a Metro. When R. Kelly got, they said R. Kelly worse than Epstein.
He's not.
Crazy,
He's not.
crazy, bro. You got a whole syndicate of rings of pedophiles doing madness.
What?
The worst.
Bro,
There's
they
no
place
way.
orders. They place
The worst is the one that hasn't got caught yet.
Yeah.
The worst is the one that hasn't got caught yet, man.
Bro,
Can I read this real quick? Just 2 lines.
yeah.
Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small, means despised, right among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
You remember Fritzl? Slacker, bro.
Yeah.
Remember Fritzl?
Joseph Fritzl, man. You got a-
Austrian, man.
Austrian,
Had his family locked in a basement, raping his daughters.
Yeah.
Crazy, having children, incest, and it's crazy, bro. Esau is crazy.
Yeah.
Right, but obviously, like, RK's got a name in it, so yeah, you just gotta put him everywhere. Or did he's got a name, so you put him everywhere. But the worst ones are the ones you ain't seen yet, man.
There were kids.
That's why Epstein's not even like the top dude.
Yeah.
It's not.
There's kids in the system. Imagine, you know how scary that is. There were kids in the system that are missing in regards to, not even if they're like you can't find them. Like they're never recorded. They have no birth certificate, and they're just around.
What do you think Esau does when he goes to these third world nations?
Bro.
Nations where the average wage is $1 a day. What do you think happens to the children in those nations?
Yeah. And then they like the ones that survive, right, are raised to be up of the age, but they just use as fucking agents to torture to other kids.
Yeah.
So the niggas walk around 35, no document, no passport, a man with no country, and his job is to just freak off youths, bro. And because he was raised that way, because he was raised that way, that's all he knows. Like, we don't have any sympathy for guys who do that shit, but they're gonna get stepped away. But think of there's people who like hurt people, innit? They've been raised. There was abuse and they see some mutilated shit. Bro, you remember that video of the kids in West Hampstead?
Yes.
Where those kids, the brother and sister, they was telling that every Wednesday on their school, Mr. So-and-so and the preachers would come and they would touch them to the white stuff comes out and it was getting paid. It was like a ring of teachers, lawyers, dealing with them, man.
She's talking detail.
And this was like 2013, 2014. Now they're like 19. So their idea of sex is just warped.
Yep. That's it. When we talk about, like, for instance, the elder always mentions how when you're seeing these celebrity couplings, that it's all bought and paid for, and the average man is like, oh, but they're in love, they've had children. Like, we've got to understand those people. Sex doesn't mean what it means to us regular folk. For them, this is ritualistic stuff, right? Grooming, and it's like it's to achieve a purpose, and they don't mind participating in certain things because they've been groomed into those things.
This is Ezekiel 24:6. Wherefore thus saith the Lord, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not gone out of it. Bring it out piece by piece, let no lot fall upon it. But the point is, the scum. You know, and if you go into the words for scum here, it says rust, disease, you know. So it's like, you know what I mean, like corruption. It's corruption, it's sickness in terms of what's really happening.
It goes hand in hand with never trust our enemy. Yeah. Trust is not going away. It's there.
Permanent, bro.
You know. But that's what Esau is actually a monster. We're trying to warn you. Yeah. Esau is actually a monster. Yeah. And he will do whatever he's carnal lust he desires to do, man. That's why you can't trust him. You can't trust him around you, man. As soon as he finds opportunity, that's what he says. Yeah. He's gonna do something, man. I love it. And so you see them chimping out now because they got the license, the sort of license to go do things now because they're not being really persecuted for doing it. Really, you know.
Yeah, it's like that's what I was gonna say. Upon earlier on, the bro was saying how, you know, really our contemporaries, if you will, are the elites of Esau because these guys are so low level. They don't understand that all of this is basically gonna come back for a new agenda against them. Same way they were like, get all the immigrants out, and then Starmer was like, all right, digital ID. And I was like, whoa.
Hold on. We're moving fast, isn't it?
So one of the things, you know, I speak as a man, but you know, it's very plausible, right? Is at the back of this, you're going to see new social media controls.
Yep.
Because there's already talked about banning under 16s from using social media. The only way you can ban under 16 is to authenticate all of the elder people. And their God right now, Elon Musk, right, said when he bought Twitter, right, authenticate everyone. Right, that's what he said. So that's what we're going to start seeing because a lot of,
I was going to say, because now you're just creating more of a reason for the government to do what they're planning on doing, right? Because all this violence, it has to be controlled, right? So everyone has to be identified. You know, it's not going to be a simple case of like, oh, you're just going to be, they're just going to let you do what you're doing. No, you're going to be tracked and traced like everybody else.
Yep.
Right? You're going to have AI lampposts picking you up and identifying you and that kind of stuff. So you can't just go do something crazy and like burn someone's house down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right, someone. No, yeah. And in the process, it was someone that was like them. Right? It's stupid because they're animals, bro. Put them up.
Jake is full of SHRT, but at least they were burning out shops.
It's basically insurance.
Attempt to murder. And I'm sure there was a few Polish migrants in there. Yeah. I'm sure there was a
Two birds with one stone for them, isn't it, though, isn't it?
No, but remember the
Poland's promised land.
Yeah, the Poland's promised land.
When they feel like it.
Yeah.
When they feel like
because
it.
but what is I think it's something like Poland is going to out position the UK very soon, right? In terms of
more Poles hang out with Jake than do white people. Anyway.
Poles just like remember that drunk Pole the other week. Like he was just that shit. He was just trying to. That's when he gets too drunk when that comes out. But on the day to day, his friends with the Ghanaian and the
I'd seen him
earlier.
In the same
condition.
Yeah. I'd seen him earlier on. He was beefing with like a Romanian earlier on. Earlier that day, I'd seen him.
So crazy. But that's the thing. What these men are like, because a lot of these Europeans that come over, they're not margin, right? But they're in the same condition as like the Native Americans, man. They're just drunk with alcohol because their life's just fucked, isn't it? They come from fucked up places and they're trying to just work and do things, but they ain't got much here, so they just drink.
Yeah, even here, they live hard lives, man. There's certain things. One Romanian Donny that I knew, bro, it was like him, his wife, and his newborn in a room, man. Renting a room in London, bro. You know?
But it's like all these men on the work site. But these are the same people who used to complain about taking jobs.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, he's just a damn fucking hypocrite.
And the worst thing about the work sites is because they themselves don't speak good English like that, or may not be able to speak good English, an Edomite can just come in and be lords over them. Because that's what Sam Geezer, he was telling me he was a master. Like, you know, when you're around someone, you can tell, no, this guy's skilled. He's skilled. Like, basically, you ended up building out his own house, more or less, on his own in Romania and that, right? He started building certain things, right? But he had a Becky over him as a manager, man.
See that?
Because she spoke good English.
Yeah,
That would never happen in Romania. It would never happen in Romania, bro.
Stace from Powerland is telling him what to do.
Yeah.
He built a house.
Yeah, like, what the fuck you know about anything? Like,
And he's literally a master builder. And he had to answer to a chick. That's oppression.
Wisdom, yeah?
Yeah, I've got something now.
Okay, this is Wisdom 12. I'll start from verse 3. Right?
Yeah.
It said, "For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of our holy land,
that's the Canaanites, right?
Right. whom thou hadst for doing the most odious works of witchcraft."
Can you
Top.
read that that verse again?
Because bear in mind, this was the curse that the Messiah put on Ham for his grandson Canaan, right? And this is what's being played out. So it's not like we just went there and took something that wasn't really said to us, right? It's always promised to us because Canaan was supposed to do to stand anyway.
Yeah.
Right? It's part of his punishment.
And the spirit, it shows you that before the flood, that's the garden, because we was really going back home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it was always ours anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But these men were
So it
doing
was
madness.
because it says thy holy land, and the holy land is for the holy people.
Exactly.
And you know, that's the garden eastward in Eden. You know, it was for us anyway. Yep. It's just that we it's the same story. We went off, got kicked out, came back to us. Lord have mercy.
But I think the whole Bible is about coming back,
Coming back.
coming back, returning.
Yeah,
It's all about that.
So it could be spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Squatters' rights.
Squatters'
I'm being there, innit? So you have to.
Yeah.
Can you take us all? No, you can't. So we're gonna be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I always tell the story of what kind of situation happened in Ghana. Some guy been squatting on one of our lands for like 25 years. And then he's all like, yo, this is my land. We're like, no, bro. This is the paperwork.
Yeah.
Go.
Do this the easy way.
No, fuck your paperwork.
And guess what?
Okay.
We got some random.
Yeah.
That morning it was humble. Just if you pay me a little bit, I'll go.
But it's like everything that Esau's been doing, right? He wants to talk about some violence, right? Switch the talks about thus with violence shall Babylon be broken down.
Just.
Just, right?
Because you did violence.
You did violence, right? And everything. Then and what does it say? What Ezekiel 28, right? 9, one of my favorites, man. Right? We thou saved by the hand of him that slayeth the arm of God. Right? Neighbor, man.
Because the neither might want to say, yeah, but you can't like render violence of violence, right? Two wrongs don't make right with that bullshit, right? Because it's convenient when it benefits you, innit?
That's why I say like everything with the religion.
It's a shield, it's a cloak of maliciousness, right?
Yeah.
But don't you understand? You might say that, right? But don't, when the Most High brings judgment, any violence based on the violence you've done, the wickedness you've done. Of course it is. It's always paid with violence. It's always been the way, right? But it's whether it's righteous or not. That's what it boils down to. Is it righteous? Does the Most High have the right to destroy you because of the wickedness you've done? Yes, he does. Do we deserve to get justice for what you've done to us? Yes, we do. That's what it really is.
Quick one. It says Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Right, so there's a reason the Most High flooded the earth. It tells you because of the violence, right? But the Most High is like, oh, he's gonna sow violence with love. He's gonna couple everybody into submission, and they're all gonna do right. No, the Most High said, fuck that place, man. Fuck these niggas, man. I'm gonna take Noah and his sons and their wives and his wife, and I'm gonna put them on a boat. I'm gonna drown all these fuckers, man, because they ain't right. With violence, right? And that's why the Most High gonna bring fire and other types of judgment, plagues and pests, beasts, and all these different types of things because of wickedness, right? So this concept of like we don't have the right to have justice, to want justice is stupid. You know, it's stupid. You know you've done wrong.
Well, quick one. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6, and it says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Verse 7, it says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us.
All right, so we have to sit patiently and wait for this judgment, right? Because you won't know peace until the Most High does this, right? Yeah.
And it says, when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from the heaven with his mighty angels.
And you man are putting UFOs,
Yeah.
aliens and shit. Yeah.
In flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most
Bro,
High.
that sounds scary. To take vengeance, man, and it's the vengeance coming from the Lord. It's not just any man's vengeance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not any man's vengeance. It's the Lord and the angels, man, coming to bring vengeance, man. Fiery vengeance. Bro, it's gonna be a peak time for everybody on the planet, man. You know? For why though? Because you troubled his children.
That's right.
You troubled the Most High's children and the Yahweh Shai's brotherhood, man. Yep.
And that obey not the gospel of our Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Yeah, these Christians. What part of gospel do you obey?
Hey, Christian.
You never read a Bible in your life. You can't fucking read.
You know what? You know what?
No.
I think we have to
Especially
underrate the
King
reading.
James, Old English, they can't do that. We're traditional, aren't we? We're traditional. You can't read that.
He asked me to read it over. I told you that. He was like,
You can correct the mistake.
he was like, hey mate, you think that's
Can't,
alright?
can't even use word correct.
Had a
You know what I mean?
punctuation mistakes, no full stop, no comma.
No grammar, no
Just
punctuation.
he actually writes
Like he's how he's in the
he's holding his breath.
But you know why that's even more messed up? Because in the UK, education is free, especially for his generation, right? Well, I forget what age, but there was a basic point where more or less university, if not free, was very cheap,
10K.
right?
And
And
take a degree.
yeah,
Come on, take a degree or take a
yeah, exactly, right? Everything. So he had all of that free education. Yeah, a Nigerian,
That's the pain.
right, who had to pay, had to go through certain. It speaks better English. That's messed up.
I said these Christian crusaders, they're not religious. You know what I mean? They're not Christians, right? And they've never read the Bible. They've never been in church, except for when they got married. Right? They can't even read the kind of beer that they drink. How many units it's got in it?
They're like our
They shouldn't drive. Yeah? Or smoke. They got a cigarette. We got the warnings of the cigarette packets. They still fucking buy the shit. You know, they're dumb as fuck, innit? Right? And so we understand this is how you behave.
That's why they're
But don't act like you're better than us because you ain't.
because that's that Lyndon B. Johnson quote, man. That's the thing. What was it? Lyndon B. Johnson. What was it? Lowest white quote, right? So it says, if you can convince the lowest white man that he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him someone to look down on and he'll empty his pockets for you.
And again, this is why it's important for Esau to establish his whiteness. Because his whiteness inherently makes you better than everybody else. Even if you're fucking downbeat. Yeah. Right? Because you call someone white, you call someone black, or black obviously underneath because it's negative, right? But white means righteous, we're pure, we're righteous men. So even the downbeat dude that ain't got a job, got 2 teeth,
No, for real.
he thinks he's better.
I've seen it.
He thinks he's better, man.
Plantation, he shows you that. Yeah. And now they're upholding Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the migrant.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is the migrant from South Africa.
Yeah.
Canada as well.
He believes in killing black people. So we're gonna support him.
Yeah.
That's it, it's racism, bro. It's just hatred.
Bro, like you talk about
Yeah.
taking jobs. Bro, man is on paper, it's a so-called trillionaire. Bro, he can solve everything.
Yeah, literally, yeah. And I said for days. Yeah.
You know, look, when you look at how much it actually costs to stop homelessness, it's not
Bro,
that big a number.
He can put money in the bank account for you to earn interest and pay you the interest of it.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. He's got so much money. It's crazy. He could just give you the interest off his account.
Yeah. The thing is, as well, it's like, remember, at that level of wealth, he doesn't even use his own money.
He can't use his own money.
Exactly, because it's the thing is, it's something like he basically buys things leveraged against his assets.
Yeah.
So then he's paying via a loan, which means he pays less in tax.
That's the workaround, right?
Collateral or something.
You know,
Yeah,
it's a low interest or zero interest and all this sort of stuff.
I have a precept. Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth, since thou hatest destruction and casteth my words behind thee?
Don't see no instruction. These elites don't care about instruction. So how much more the base is sort? They don't matter.
Yeah, as the people are, as the leaders of the people are, rulers are.
And these elites at Esau know what they need to do to portray themselves as righteous. These bases up, man, they don't know nothing, bro. Nothing at all.
Nothing. It's nothing.
Yes.
You got that more on that wisdom?
Yep, back in Wisdom 12, verse 4. And it says, I'll read verse 3 again. It said, "For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers, both those old inhabitants."
Again, it's going to happen again, right? By the hands of our fathers. He speaks about us having, Israel doing rally and so on and so forth over our enemies, right? That's the time to come. Because Yahweh shall come with the army, right? Yep.
Those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft.
And what are you doing, Esau? Same shit.
Yeah.
Same shit.
And it's good to say. We'll show you why them small hats ain't the people. Because it says in the law, it says if you do these evils, the land's gonna spew you out. It vomits out the like inhabitants. So we know for sure them small hats ain't the people. They're doing the works of wickedness.
What do you mean temporary stays, man?
Yeah, temporary states. Murderers.
You just look at contemporary media nowadays, and it's just like, wait, what are we actually listening to? What are we actually watching? It'll be a music video, and you're watching a music video, and it's just like, what is that? Music videos nowadays are just softcore, keeping it real. And I didn't even, because I've never watched it, I didn't realize Euphoria was just basically adult entertainment.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like
Does that mean
the TV series. You know, you got that Sydney Sweeney that everyone loves. So she's just naked in it, man. You know, she's a She's a in the thing, she's an OF creator, and then she's basically they're like showing the scenes and everything. I was like, raw. I was like, this is TV. Yeah, because that's aimed at like 18, 20 plus, that kind of age range. Right? That ain't good for people's mental.
Exactly. It's just further into that darkness.
Yeah.
That's what's great. Yeah. Yep.
And it says, and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children.
Yeah, merciless murderers of
People
children.
was talking about that.
Yeah. Child sacrifices. Like I was watching that film, I ain't finished it. At the time I could turn it off now. The brother told us about it, the 100 Days of Sodom.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
But I heard the synopsis. I was like,
Yeah,
I can't watch this.
What got me was the point I was making the kids listen to that. Bro, there was a scene of like just like a ranch, a ranch and like the hills of, Italy, I believe. And it's just a ranch, and the youths can't leave. And you're just loads of kids just stuck there. Yeah. And the guy can bring his elite friends or whatever, do whatever you want. Yeah. And they go to like villages around the local area or other places, and then just spot out someone they want, and then just go hunt down the kid and take the kid, and they'll give a brief description. Nice blue eyes, whatever. And it's just gone. Family can't do nothing, or the family might know about it, but the family might know you're gonna get written off. Yeah. So just charge it, take this money, and make another child, which will come back for in 5 years.
I mean, even in the Epstein files, you're talking about cannibalism and all that kind of stuff that was going on. Right? That kind of just got shifted on the carpet.
Yeah,
No one spoke about that, really. But like all these things are involved. And you imagine, we don't even imagine, right? When they took us into slavery, right? They had all the children, right? Dressing the boys up as girls and all these types of things. They were getting freaky, man.
Painting them in silver and gold.
Goodbye on time. I think that was it.
I
got that indoors, man.
Yeah.
But,
And then even this, remember in slavery, they had believed that like when a slave master was sick, they would have like a child or whatever around their foot to absorb the sickness from their skin. What they put do, which not only to tell you what they were really. I mean, you were sleeping with a Jake next to you to absorb the sickness. You was doing shit to the Jake, man. You pedophilia, like that's something that's not even spoken about. A lot of people are slavery, couldn't take it out my back, whipping. There's pedophilia, a lot of cannibalism going on.
They're all 3 and 3, and they've cast lots for my people, and have given a boyfriend harlot, sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening, man.
Even Revelation talks about the souls of men.
Souls of men.
Because there's broken individuals out there, man. Like what they've been doing.
Derby dose, stuffing poo in their mouth.
But once again, that's why I had to rewatch because Sabrina, that actually really showed you kind of a lot in terms of what these guys do in the witchcraft front, man. Sadists and stuff like that. And one of the scenes I always remember was Sabrina stops a ritual that the coven used to do, where it's like they would
Which is sacrifice herself.
yeah, the witch would sacrifice herself, and then but there was this other witch who her whole dream was to be the sacrifice. So basically, she was like, "Look, man, F it, right? You can't stop this." And they basically she offs herself. Right, point I'm trying to make is you got people that are so indoctrinated
Room for that.
that they don't mind having a youth just so that the youth can get you.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
You know? And again, that video, what Sam said, the kid said it. Like, one of them, those made to eat like an aborted baby and stuff like that. Well, a lot of things happen, bro. That's why the scripture speaks about how the covering cast has been veiled, because a lot of people are in darkness, but it's like the truth is exposing that, and through the spirit of the truth being in the world, things have been exposed because of the truth. So
I said the audience works. It's been being put out there in the open now, so you can't really hide from it now.
Can't even hide from it. And really, man, apostles and brothers have been saying this.
And that's why when it comes to taking that mark, if you uphold the system, you know what's going on. You got no fucking cover for you, man. Because you know how bad this place is getting and how it's been. But you're still gonna side with it. Nah, you're gone, man. Most are gonna get you.
Because it's like this is just what we know.
Yep.
That's the worst thing about it. This is just what we know. Right. And that's why scriptures talk about things that are hidden are gonna be brought up. Right? Like if we knew everything, man, we'd be sick. We'd be sick.
And guess what? The Lord's gonna that's why for as well. We're gonna have to change now. Because digesting information though, alone, like
my brain can't take no more information. I'm done.
Like I'm not sure if it was you telling me or I think it was actually it was there's a colleague of mine whose daughter's friend wanted to be like the ambulance work at a trauma unit. And basically some of the stuff she was seeing, like the first responding stuff, she stopped doing the course. She'd already completed the course uni, but when she started doing her placements, she just quit. She changed her life, basically.
You gotta know it's gonna be disturbed. You have to know that.
Because a first responder, like for example, the people who might be on the scene for a car crash at 100 miles an hour, you're seeing some shit.
It's only after you've seen them stitched up or whatever, but we see it fresh, bro.
A person that might be a first responder and a baby that dies in a house fire. Like
remember the fireman we saw after Grenfell. You know,
he was so messed up, man.
He was messed, and the thing is, that's like someone that kind of does the job anyway. So for him to have responded
that way,
he was
messed up.
Yeah, he was messed up. So the number that they gave you weren't the real number.
We had to come. And he told us when he's because at the time they said 80 some people died. He said no. Like you know that man has that blank death stare. Like he was like, that's not true. Like what? There was people saying it's like 800, like more or less. The people in rooms. Remember, there was that one room was like 50 people. They all burnt to death.
Because it was Ramadan at that time as well. Then you would have had people that are undocumented and stuff like that, right? So it's a thing of like if no one knew you were there, and that's what we talk about. It's funny because it was actually what's kind of the topic we're talking on about how there are people that go missing, but because they don't have a paper trail, they never exist.
You don't know, bro. But really. That was like a very but that's like a mini 9/11, bro. Because like people saying like half the number of 9/11 more or less died in Grenfell.
But these racist Edomites I told you about, they would agree with that.
And by the way,
that was good.
By the way, it burnt to crisp, and it didn't fall like that. It didn't fall like Twin Towers did. Exactly. Still, I said
it's still up to the
there. Still up to the. I swear they put like a heart on it. That's that. Fucking Esau's a fucking bastard.
And the thing is, that was right in eyeshot of a really upmarket part of London called Holland Park.
guarantee you soon they'll rebuild that up and say, yeah, it's to do your you know what they'll probably do? They'll probably build up some new shit that no broke nigga can afford.
Yeah, yeah.
And then and name it after that. Or probably have a waterfall unit
Right,
with all the names of the people that died.
Throw your coins in there.
Yeah, throw your coins in there. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Yep.
It's a book of Amos 1 and 11. That says Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
He pursue his brother with a sword, man. Like, when we talk about slavery, that's the tip of the iceberg. Because if you look at the systematic dysfunction and death caused by a system alone, it's probably on par, or if not more numbers than slavery itself.
Well, if you look at what they came up with in terms of just sanctions alone, and what was it like? Oh man, what was the number? It's a dumb number. Since like 800,000 people a year done sanctions alone, right? So it's a weapon of war. So it's a weapon of war, and so I bring it up because it's like you then think that's just sanctions. So then imagine all of the economic controls that aren't necessarily labeled as sanctions that are applied on some of these, so-called African nations, as an example, right? Thing I've always said is like, wait there, like Dubai and them, they got oil, they were able to build up. So what about Nigeria? Why can't Nigeria build up? And they got hella oil.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like, and the side effects of your sanctions and situations that you make, like if you mass imprison black men, like in the 80s, 90s, whatever it was, what's that gonna do to that person's home and the effect, and how's the child gonna grow up? And what's the child gonna do when it grows up? You know what I mean?
Because it was at 30. It was at 30. The Netflix show on crack
cocaine conspiracy.
Crack cocaine conspiracy. It showed you that these were upstanding citizens that basically got hooked onto this stuff, man. Right. So then now you got a man that used to be an engineer, who's at GM or whatever, and then now he's just strung out on.
They passed that law.
Yes. 3 strikes.
Biden.
That one. And the one that compared,
I remember.
what was it? 500, like
Same as this.
five grams of crack compared to 500 grams of pure white powder cocaine.
Yeah.
Because cocaine was a rich man's drug. You know what I mean? So that by default was targeting, Jake.
Yeah. And then even in that documentary, it showed how both you'd have Edomites that are going into Jake neighborhoods.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And then they wouldn't ever get arrested.
And sometimes they'll get pulled over, like Edomites get pulled over and not booked.
Yep. Which is what you see to this day. That's it.
It's like, even you had women who was pregnant, who was addicted to crack, that would actually go to the hospital to try and get help to get off crack because they're pregnant, and then they'll go behind their back and report them to the police. When the baby's born, they will take the baby and she's in jail for endangering the life of the child. Like, nigga, I'm trying to get clean.
Even to this day, certain medication that women are given during pregnancy has the same effect, and then women go through the same thing to this day.
Hooked for the rest of their life. You said that, bro.
And that's why, and that just shows you, but that just shows you that Esau is that curse. He said the curses would pursue us. Right? That's why Esau had to come find us, man. And make our life hell.
Yes.
It goes on to say, and did he cast off all pit? And his anger did he tear perpetual?
See, Esau don't care about your plight. These average ass Edomites burning houses down or whatever for these immigrants. They don't care about what's going on with you, what's going on in your country, what they've been doing. They don't care about any of that. They're the death adder. They don't care. Right? All they care is what they want. Right? As far as they're concerned, that you're an issue, you're taking the jobs and all this bullshit. So they want you out. Right? And they're prepared to do what it takes to get you out. Right, and that's why they're going to become more and more violent. The more and more people join onto them, they're going to become more and more violent. And at the same time, the government is going to be have to be firmer and firmer. Right, so it's going to create this situation where the government has to take control of these people, and let's say market of the beast has to be implemented martial law, these types of things. You know,
yeah, anonymity online is going. That's being done away with completely, right? That again, once again, we understand these, right? When he was talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna stop children accessing adult entertainment. It was never about stopping children accessing adult entertainment. It was about setting up a framework so that websites have already the means to switch over to this world where you've got to authenticate yourself to be online, right? And then now that you want to use it, and then now you're going to see that with social media. Because watch, there's going to be more and more things like, yeah, these riots spread because of social media. People like Elon Musk whipping up hysteria and this, that, and that. So if you know that he's whipping up hysteria, but Kanye can't enter the UK. Because he said a few things about them people, right?
You know what China does? Bans the app, bans the website.
Yeah, bans the website. Yeah.
But no, we're gonna let it run though.
Exactly. Exactly. But the point I'm making is Elon Musk is now, you could say, he's actually participated in something that people could have been killed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still going to be allowed to come to the UK. Why? Because it's all part of an agenda. They want.
You can call it terrorism.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that as Elon Musk.
Yeah.
But what he's doing is essentially that, raising riots and uproars of the people.
If you don't fight back, you'll die.
So kill them before they kill you. Yeah, that's type of talk. You know. But like I said, we're not on that smoke, but we're the most dangerous thing on the planet. It's ridiculous, man.
And his anger, it clear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Right, it's just been sitting there in their chest this whole time because he don't like us, man. And it's been set up that way. The enmity between the woman seed and the serpent seed, right? You know, because he's going over that last week, right? That's the serpent seed and the woman seed, right?
I remember.
So yeah,
The elder was like, "The serpents I've seen, yeah."
so which shows he's a man as well, right? But anyway, but yeah, like it's that enmity the Most High sowed in the seeds, right? In the two branches, the righteous and the wicked, right? That's what it represents, right? And that plays out as Jacob and Esau, right? The two manners of people.
Can I get something real quick? Piece that just comes to mind.
So these things are it's just natural between us, man. Right? So we're gonna have this war. This is why don't forget Amalek. We don't forget Amalek, right? And Esau's the end of the world. So we have to go to war with Esau in the end to take that throne.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Says Proverbs 24:7, wisdom is too high for a fool. He openeth not his mouth at the gate.
But that's why it's tiring.
Yeah.
It's tiring, right? But they want to take things out of context because it suits them, right? Because they think they're on side. Come on, man.
No, it's funny because obviously we know when it said serpent that it's a man, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like I know he was you know that was like just blew his mind.
But you want to make those comparisons. You can play those games all fucking day. You know what I mean? Is it literal? Is it metaphorical? You know, we can play those fucking games, man. But what does the context tell you? That's what precept, line for line, line for line. That's why it's important to know the precepts because you know that's not talking about a serpent. You know it's not talking about the woman. It's something bigger than that, right? And I probably felt like they knew that already, but they were using it trying to get their own way, which we weren't gonna run. You know?
Yeah.
You finished with that? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But I was saying, a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the past of Bozrah.
Yeah, Bozrah represents Esau, right? Namely America. That's what the great judgment's going to be.
Yeah. Have you read Ezekiel 35?
Yeah. Might have been there.
Oh, you read it. I'll bring it up. Read that again. Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual.
Start from the top. There's a lot of them.
It says, moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Seir and prophesy against it. Right? Which we know Mount Seir represents Edom, right? Genesis 36, right? From verse 8. It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord's power. Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee. I'll make thee most desolate. I'll lay the city's weight, thy city's waste, and thou From the top?
Yeah.
Right, and so, moreover, Ezekiel 35 from the top. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee.
So the Lord is against Esau. Oh,
That's into Malachi.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously the modern day, line of my Edom, the whole line is Babylon the Great. Right? But as a nation, the Lord's against you, man.
That's it.
As a nation,
Because he hates you.
because he hates you, man. And Esau's gone. I think people underestimate how stout Esau is, bro. Like the average Edomite believes he's not an average Edomite. Like, you know what I mean? He thinks he's better than you. He thinks he's better than you, man. Like they're filled with hate.
Oh,
Right.
you and Jake can have something nice.
Yeah.
You and Jake can have something nice. Esau's hating on you.
Yeah.
Just live, regardless of what your living circumstances are. Tell Esau you live in a nice neighborhood.
Fuck you.
Legit, yeah?
You actually don't deserve it.
And if you, let's say you're a Jake, you got a nice big whip. Here it is, you work hard, you bust your ass off, got a nice big whip. Esau, I bet he's just a drug dealer.
It was not a big whip. Like, you know what I mean, mama? But you could be at the guy at the job that just worked hard. The young guy, he's bought. Remember when I first got my first car, when you came in to get it, my tires got slashed.
Oh, yeah.
I know it was one Edomite fuck that did it. I worked with fucking Brian. I know it's Brian, bro. You know what I mean? He was a devil, bro. You know what I mean? I know it was him. You know?
You know what, bro? Let's move forward. Just I don't know what the market's picking on. There's a lot of background noise.
Yeah, man. That's Esau for you, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So it says, because I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Yeah, and eventually the land that's going to be made desolate is America, man. You know, that before the missiles hit Babylon, we're going to get beamed up with bullets.
Why is the man not trying to go to America?
Yeah.
You know, that's meant to be like the head Esau, Edomite nation with power. Trump's there, right? But the man's about going to Dubai.
Yeah.
But that's a Muslim nation, bro. Why are you going to Dubai? Why you want to go to Thailand?
Because once again, they do the same things. Because once again, they do the same things that these people from the third world are doing. The people in the third world, they come to England and places in the West looking for a better life. However, if you're a Brit, living in England no longer means you have a good life. That's
You've been
what
priced out.
you've been priced out. That's why you got to go somewhere like Dubai where you're paying no tax, right? So you can enjoy.
Or it's cheap as hell.
Oh, it's cheaper as hell, right? That's why they go. That's why in Bali, Indonesia, them locals, they don't like you being. In Thailand, they don't like you being because the same thing. They come, they gentrify it. Then local property developers are like, boy, we could like treble our income, push the price up. Now, a guy who, let's say, he's local Thailand, he can't afford not, he might have been like, yo, babes, we're going to buy this house. And then
we're going to get married. Now the migrants,
yeah, exactly.
The migrants can't
Exactly.
afford it now.
Exactly. And the worst thing about it is, as the brother was saying, if you're an average Edomite, you think you're better. But not only is that, is the systems that are in place mean that actually you kind of are. Right? Because when you go to certain of these places, they start catering entirely for Edomites. Right? So here it is, you have like Edomites that basically can skirt the rules in ways that the locals can't necessarily.
Yeah, because you got money in your pocket and they want it.
Exactly.
To get away with shit.
So that's why they'll go over there.
They'll take the disrespect.
Yeah.
Just so they can get the tip or whatever it is. But if a local man disrespect, man, they're not getting lashed up and slapped about and whatever, man.
Man, I was hearing stories. I'll tell you about. He was hearing stories about certain stories about Thailand and basically what these men are doing when they're going out there, right? And it's just like, here it is, actually a beautiful country, but men are just doing some, and the thing is not just sex tourism. It's just some weird ass sex tourism, man. where it's like you was just at a cafe and a woman comes and you finger her box. Like, bro, just eat the cake, bro. Have your coffee. What we doing here? Bro, imagine you're look, we're at prep. These women, then they're just fingering the women in prep. That's bugged out. But Esau did that. Esau created those. Esau created a world where that's just the thing that happens. That's not normal. Torah scripture says in Isaiah 24, the earth is defiled, man, under the inhabitants thereof. It says, continuing on, it says, because thou hast had the perpetual hatred, right, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
And you know who I was thinking about as well? You mentioned in the video. Remember with Haman and Mordecai? Like, when did Haman's hate really like begin with it? It began with Mordecai not just not bowing to you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know the ones like, look, man, like
You think he is?
yeah, it came then. Which if someone can get it, I think it's in Esther, I think like 3.
But don't get twisted. He always had a disdain for Israelites.
He always did.
He always
He
looked down
always did.
upon them.
Yeah.
So that's why it hurt him that Mordecai would not acknowledge him, man. Because to him, he's beneath him. I mean, for both reasons. You know?
And it follows the same narrative of Esau.
Yeah.
My sacrifice was accepted, so I'm gonna exterminate. You took my birth. I sold my birthright. Then you supplanted my blessing. The day is the morning my father come. I'm gonna exterminate.
And like you might say like
Same
Mordecai felt a way about Haman because he was an Amalekite or whatever, right? But Mordecai wouldn't do nothing to harm him. The same way we're here, Esau's our enemy, but right now we're not on smoke right now. We're just here. He wasn't trying to do nothing, but Haman was like,
Yeah. Look,
I
man.
want to get this dude.
Yeah.
And then look what happened to you.
That's it. Look, man, if 50 Cent walks in his room into a room with his entourage, the guy holding 50 Cent's bag ain't gonna get the same clout as 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Charge it.
Yeah.
But he still gets to be around 50 Cent.
No, what point I'm making is
And your money's
with Haman and that, Mordecai did his bow to Xerxes, but he didn't give you that reference. You're still over him in your position. Charge it. But he was salty.
But he said all that he's been given is not enough. If he couldn't have Mordecai bow to him, that's nothing to him.
I think it's
mad. It's actually crazy. But that's what Edomites are. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and that's reason when you said that is like bro's experience, like, whether it'll be at camp, right? When we've had so-called scholars come up to the camp.
But
when we've had so-called scholars come up to the camp, and then brothers will confound them, and the scholars, you can see the hate in their eyes, so-called scholars, you can see the hate in their eyes because they're like, why aren't these men respected? Remember when it was back in Enfield and there was like I don't know if we had split camps, I don't know if we was there, but she was like a history professor or whatever, and bro was just dealt with her in history. You could tell she was like, what is this?
Like, bro, it's kind of like vocab. Like he was head up there. He's like a fly. Like,
Insignificant.
no one cared, bro. But like, obviously that footage, like I know he's gonna release it in like, just a week before the missiles drop. He's gonna release them. You know what I mean? That footage.
It took him like what, 2 years to release the one? It took him time.
He's gonna splash
that long.
because he splashed.
He gonna make sure it's the right way, innit?
Yeah.
Make sure I get the right cuts and the right angles, and make sure I look good.
And agent, man.
Such a servant. Such a servant.
Yeah, even that I see that dude did a live stream sharing our video and said, you know the ones that possibly we just talk about, man. Abu.
Abu Kamar.
Abu Kamar. On a channel, he was like screencasting our live stream to his page as well. So you know links, man. Well, you guys have been agents for years, isn't it?
Haman movement.
Can I grab a precept before you read that? So whenever I think about Haman, it's a precept that comes to mind, right? It says Psalms 7 and 15, right? He made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made, right?
And everything these Edomites ultimately are doing ultimately leads to their destruction.
Add it to your tab.
And it's like he's just been paid to, like, these agents have been paid to do this. They've been paid to do it because to really debate, like, if Volkan really had like righteous zeal, which it doesn't, it's like after a while, because we have the truth, he would be supposed to like really get it, but he can't get it because he's an Edomite. And he's actually paid to do it.
If he was sincere, he wouldn't be impartial.
Yeah, if he was sincere.
Because he's obviously attacking us because we are who we are.
Yeah.
Part of the Hebrews, like thing, blah, blah, blah. But there's bare man in their own religion that believe in different things, right?
Yeah.
Even the points we brought up last weekend, because I was doing a bit of research on some of these different controversial topics, right? There's old church hedges, Christians that believed in these points, right? But they had those debates back then and had these arguments and things were cast out and not accepted, and you know some sort of skullduggery was going on, right? It's not like so you still got Christians that believe in these different types, these different doctrines that we would, you know, say, yeah, thumbs up, that's true. But you're not gonna go find your man's that believe that and confront them on it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just because it's us, because we're the popping thing right now. It gives you your views, it gives you your buzz.
Yeah.
Right? That's why you're looking for us.
Which shows you he's got artificial motivation.
Yeah.
Which
not
is,
sincere,
which
man.
is being paid.
Yeah.
Like this is actually
Because there's not even a need to go around.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need.
like come on, bro.
Like
Like
it's such a small group of people in terms of like doctrines and you know all that sort of stuff. Like why bother with us?
because bro, he could have just gone back and forth with the apostles on videos. Like literally, you know, you do a re, I do a re, and then if he's sincere, he would end at Jake because he's an Edomite.
You just disagreed, didn't it?
Yeah, you
There's
disagree,
different
and that's
doctrines and that's it.
That's
no,
the one.
he's make a whole thing of it.
Traveling across the
He's make a whole
world.
thing of this, man.
But even not even the Afrocentric ninjas did that.
Yeah, bro. Like them, like you know them ones from Tottenham.
Yeah.
They used to have the books and that. They
Outside the station.
Yeah, remember they came up with questioned names once. Like they're just sincere in their thing. Because even one of them guys that sell the books, I've actually seen videos of him as a teenager in Tottenham on that black consciousness shit. So he's actually sincere. He's sincerely wrong. But vocab is a paid agent, bro.
It's good to say, so what if some did not believe?
Yeah, that's
that whole idea is like, why are you going to care that they don't believe?
Yeah.
But you care a lot.
Salak, I must be allowed to read Salak.
Like,
I say you care, quote unquote, a lot. You don't care, but
yeah,
you know, you're behaving the way you're not meant to be behaving.
because he's paid. He's the payroll. This is job. This is his job.
Business, that's what I'm saying.
This is his job, bro.
Must be allowed to read.
Like, who's paying for the tickets? You know what I mean? You. Small ass check on YouTube. No way. You know what I mean?
Right. It's the second Ezra's 8. I was up from 50 point on what's in 51 and a bit after. But it says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell on the world, because they have walked in great pride. But understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. Right?
So that's it.
That's our
That's what
only
we should be looking
focus.
for.
Yeah.
You know, and we know that the Most High is the one guiding the elect to this word anyway. So it's not like we have to go globetrotting. Like you have to go globetrotting to go find the elect.
Right.
No, they're going to be found.
Yeah, like
You know?
some of us brothers, even apostles, once spoke about, you know, when, you know, at a different time, they might go to churches and debate, blah, 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 when there was a different, those in a different stage, or when they was in the faith, when they was much younger. But apostles don't do that now. You think apostles going to go to a Sunday school church to debate the Sunday school pastor now? They ain't doing that, bro.
So what
To what end?
Because we've already seen the results of that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
We've
Seen the results of that. You know, it doesn't do nothing, right?
You don't do that, bro.
Because we could accomplish the same thing.
Yeah.
We're just doing what we're doing.
Yeah, bro.
You know, we don't need to go confront you and confront you,
Nah.
because most of you ain't gonna believe anyway. What was the point? We might as well wait for the elect to come.
That's it.
You know, we put out the cast the net, the fish, cast it out, yeah, and we see what comes back.
And then the bad ones get thrown back in
That's
the
it.
water.
Get out of here.
You know, you see a squid.
You know, this ugly ass squid vocab just keeps coming back though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was like a crack.
Now, now man, he's a big turtle. Old
Ninja
ass,
Turtle.
bloated turtle. Turtle with a kangle.
That's it.
Bloated ass
Bro,
turtle.
bro, you made a good point. So I'll let you, bro. So you made a good point earlier on, right? About how ultimately it's because you ain't one of us that you don't get it, because you saw that with the other cat.
This is the truth.
You saw that with the other cats that were Jake, that we'd say certain things and they were like, oh, they were like, oh. But then obviously it's stiff necked, didn't it? But you saw it sort of
Meeting him in person, man. Meeting him in person, I'll get a hold of him vibe for him, though.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've always seen him broadcast.
Yeah.
Right? Because seeing him through the videos or whatever, it's like, that's one thing. He's the devil in it. But meeting him in person, bro, I just think he's American now, bro.
Yeah.
Right, even maybe he's not because he's Italian. No, I don't even think so.
Yeah.
Or German.
What, German?
German, but there's a lot of.
But that's
small
what
hats
that's
German.
yeah, exactly.
So that's the vibe.
But that's what I've always.
He's a small hat.
Yeah,
You know why he's a small hat? He kept getting to the back.
Yeah,
And that's a small hat.
And then,
What kind of small hat?
And I've always,
That's Heyman, bro.
That's him. Yeah.
It's him.
Because Heyman is you know, Amalek.
Man was the whole time they're trying to instigate shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Eggy guy. Remember?
Yeah.
Eggy guy.
So I was gonna say as well, because the thing is, I've been around a lot of Germans in my life, and you do get a lot of Jakes that are Germans.
Yeah.
You're not one of them.
But they do
You're
that.
not.
They do that. Oh, I'm trying to be cool thing.
Yeah.
But that's what the small hats do as well.
Yeah.
Those are in the industry that are trying to be cool. You know, they want to act like Jake. But bro, no.
Bloated small hat.
Yeah.
John bloated too, bro. He's bloated. He's a bloated small hat, bro.
Yeah, bad pieces. Got precept. This is Revelation Ninja Turtle for real.
Yeah.
Another piece of two.
It's not, bro, sorry.
Because Revelation 22:11, it says, it says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy,
Yeah, that's it.
Once it's been established,
That's
yeah.
it.
Bro, wait, what Apostle said?
Oh, you talking about that quote from the old school?
No, the Latin term.
Oh.
The Latin term. You say, I used it the other day. And I forgot it now. Shit. Latin term. Yeah, not excommunicado. That's from. There's another Latin term that Elder Apostle.
What does it describe?
Persona non grata.
Oh,
yeah.
Persona non grata. Once you've established that, no, we're gonna have to do with you no more, bro. Why are you bothering us, man? But you read it earlier. The Most High recompense them that cause trouble for you, man. But you're just heaping on coals upon your head. It's like your business. What you do is none of our business. You don't give a shit. Teach what you're teaching. You see who wins at the end and who's got the right doctrine at the end. That's how it's gonna be. We ain't gonna prove it. The Most High gonna prove it. You know.
and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
That's it, man. Most High's gonna win. Most High's gonna have his way. That's what it be at the end of the day. Why am I worried about what these men are teaching, what they believe, what everyone else believes in the teaching? Bro, that's just tiring. That's for not like it's for naught. It's vanity. You know? We'll see.
Hear my voice. Yeah.
We'll see, innit? We'll see.
But then it's like, even if you look at the narrative of Haman, he couldn't stop till he killed, until he died. The Bokam's gonna keep going until the Lord, judges him, which through the Spirit, he's probably gonna get caught up in the missiles, man.
Yeah.
Like if it is that, like, according to you, if I get this wrong and I'm gonna die and go to hell, then so be it. I've made my decision. This is the thing about faith, right?
Yeah.
We're not here to be shifted in our ideals and what we believe in, right? So I've made that decision, man. If I get it wrong, I got it fucking wrong, man. But I don't think my power or the power is that unmerciful, man, to have me burn in hell.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah,
Forever.
I don't believe that.
Just burning
I don't believe
forever.
that,
That's
man.
wild.
I don't believe that. So
Missiles, man.
yeah,
No.
so that's our position. And he ain't gonna change that for us.
Yeah. Keep uploading the videos, and then you go here.
We have 30 minutes remaining.
Yeah. He's like, oh shit. Yeah. The pizza gonna get stuck in his mouth. And then that's it.
And the thing is, it can come at any moment. Like when we're observing what's happening in the world right now. So right now, allegedly, right, they're going to be signing they're going to be signing the peace deal tomorrow, right, between Iran and the US.
right? So that's peace, right? What does the scripture say? When they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction. And the reason why I say that as well, because when you look at what's just happened with SpaceX's IPO, a lot of economists are like, yes, it's peak. They're like, this ain't right. A lot of economists are like, yo, a lot has happened. A lot has been changed to allow for this to particularly happen, to value SpaceX at 1.2 trillion. It's like something like 90 times overvalued, right? They've done something never before seen, in the sense that they've allowed retail investors to come in at a different point that they normally wouldn't have been allowed to come in. So for all we know, this is just that last final hurrah to take, because it's not just SpaceX either. It's SpaceX, OpenAI, and Anthropic, and between the three of them, $4 trillion. Between the three of them, between those three companies, $4 trillion. So when I'm hearing this, I'm like, yeah, they're getting ready to pull the rug underneath.
Like, how much value does a space agency have anyway?
Nothing.
What does it bring back? It costs a lot to do.
Costs a lot.
So yeah, you might invest in a rocket or some shit, right? But what does it bring back to anything? Nothing. Oh, you might put some satellites up there.
And
who is this benefiting? Like,
and the worst thing about SpaceX, because SpaceX is multiple entities, right? Which part of those entities is XAI, which is a massive loss making entity, because all AI is completely loss making. So you've got Anthropic loss making, OpenAI loss making, XAI loss making, and all of those companies packaged together, $4 trillion. They're getting ready to pull the rug from this place, man.
It's like Meta, you know, when Facebook was up for sale, it was mad valuation, but you don't make no fucking money.
You are the money.
Now they're making ads. Oh, whatever. Putting ads on.
So, like, that was the other thing earlier on. I said about authenticating people on social media. One of the things that they're talking about with the Meta group of services is you will now have paid services. And as soon as you attach your credit card, your bank card to something, you've authenticated yourself. Yeah. It may not be like, and that's the thing I always say, like, we look at China, they do this in China. We do the same things, just one step removed. In China, when you go and book a train, you got to use your passport to book a train, right? That's how they get you, right? But for us, you can no longer pay with cash to use the London transport. You have to use a bank card. Your bank card is what? Tied to you. So it knows exactly who you are, right? So when they're talking about WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, right, having upper tiers to be able to use them, they're basically saying, yeah, you're gonna have to give us your name and address.
And then comes the thing, oh yeah, but them things can be stolen.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people can use it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if it's in your hand, no one can steal it from you, right?
Exactly. And even this character, man, of Elon Musk, people think he's so.
He's a character.
He is a character.
I'm even debating if he's human or not. He's probably some android, like
some AI.
He's the first. You know, they got that woman android. They got they're testing if they're human or not. It's really Elon Musk. He's the first one. He's the first one. They've been testing him this whole time.
Yeah. Because what's funny, last night I was listening to the radio, man, LBC. And then just like the excitement of people, the value, you know what I mean, the IPO, like it's like how people are gonna just hold stocks and never sell it because they're gonna be rich. And then they even mentioned the chip, like the implants in the radio. And then basically this one lady was so enthralled by him. It's like basically more or less he's doing the right thing. Yeah, like you know. It's crazy.
Do you know what it's like? And so I forgot who made the point, whether it was shared in the chat. It was maybe it was the elder shared it in the chat. But it's like, okay, it's like 1 trillion. Where's it gonna go? Like, where's it actually? It's like buying one Bitcoin now, isn't it? Where it's like, yeah, it might 1.3x.
Yeah. How does it 10x?
How is it 10xing? Yeah. You know, can I grab this real quick? Just on this. It says, Habakkuk 2:6, shall not these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? And actually what I wanted to point at the end, but that's related to this particular situation also, right? Because when he's doing all of these certain basically the retail investors are the ones that get screwed, right? Because the insiders, they've actually already done their multipliers. Right, it's the retail investor that's going to come in and get screwed. Exactly. Oh, so because this was another big thing about it. So you've got index tracked funds, I think it's called, right? Which basically means that, let's say you put your money against a FTSE 500, and then that basically gets your money will go to divvy, you know, whatever stocks in the FTSE 500, something like that, right? Now that basically means you have a lot of pensions that pay in to these kinds of funds. So you could have your money in a pension that is now basically going to be put into these three stocks, and then when they plummet, guess what? You have no pension anymore. So when you look at certain things, I remember in the UK, you've got the National Lottery. The National Lottery is actually Canada's teachers' pension fund. That's the company that owns the National Lottery. So if something happens there, that's exposing all of those people, you know? So that's, you know, so I find it interesting. Woe unto him that increased that which is not his, but then goes on to say, how long? And to him that labored himself with thick clay. So ultimately, when you look into it, when you look under the hood, it's just a bunch of debt. You know, transferring, yeah. What this to me, I suppose I'll speak as a man, right? But this to me feels like that last big rug pull, right? You know, just like, all right, come, everyone get it.
They do it the hype. Obviously, like
Yeah.
I said, those insiders, they invest early, right? Which is considered more risky because we don't know we don't know if the company's going to be big or not, if this thing's going to succeed or not.
Mhm.
By the time the average person gets onto it, it's already been big, it's already been successful.
Yeah.
And so like now it's a safer risk for the average guy because they got less money, right?
Yep.
So that's when they go in, but they usually go in at a peak.
At a peak, yeah. Man, I remember one time I thought I'd be smart. You remember there was a time Deliveroo IPO. I was like, yo, there's no way.
But it was too late.
Hey, I didn't want to throw you under the bus.
But it's too late by this point, you know, because they've been established. Whatever. It's when it's like not doing well at the
That's
beginning.
it.
That's when you need to invest because you have to gonna believe in it.
That's
But
it.
if you're an insider, you know it's not belief. You know it's gonna go because you're gonna make it go.
Exactly.
You know, so you know, investing in it when it's like a penny a share
Exactly.
is great. But when it's like £10 a share, it's like, well, that's not the best time to do it, really.
Bro, us brothers invested in that for like a decade and got like £100.
But this is why we're experts now. This is why we're experts now. We know this now.
But that's it. The internals, because this is the thing. You know, at SpaceX, you know, just like in certain larger corporations, as long as you're a permanent employee, you have access to share options, right? So there are now, like, and once again, it don't matter, be a job is a job, innit? But you got now people that are, let's say, cleaners that are now millionaires from the SpaceX IPO, right? Because they worked in the company. Now, you as a regular guy, you are never going to be making that kind of.
You're not going to be in this position.
Yeah.
That time's gone. And for it to 10x, for it to become some ungodly amount of money, how is it going to do that?
Well, never 10x.
Bro, you ain't got time. You ain't got the time to do that.
So like a pound screen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those who invest first, I mean.
Oh,
they
yeah.
get the money.
Biggest.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was Rockefeller who said that. Rockefeller,
Oh, yeah.
he said basically,
When you see the commoners,
when you see the shoe shine boy
talking
talking about a stock sell,
it's too late.
it's too late.
We finished? Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah, and I remember it was going to be a payment.
This is a book of Esther 3 and 1. After these things, did the king Ahasuerus promote Aman, the son of Amendatha, the Agagite.
Yes. King Agate's like survivor.
Amalek. I mean, it was Amalek.
I love the way he was depicted in that King David series, man.
Yeah,
Looked like a proper heathen, bro.
Like, who would want this guy around anybody?
Exactly.
But
Hey, but that's Job 30. They were driven forth from among men.
and you know what's so
into witchcraft and that.
what's so funny about that was as well is that in terms of Haman, it says in the Apocrypha that he was laboring underhandedly to take over the Persians, and like the Greeks later took over. You know what I mean? But point is, so he was in there acting like he cared about Xerxes. He wanted the power anyway.
Exactly.
It actually says it. It says it in the Apocrypha, in the editions of the Book of Esther. It says that Haman was laboring underhandedly to overthrow the Persians anyway. So
This is why I said never trust thy enemy. Because if you can see the take thy seat,
yeah,
you know,
Oh, yeah, set him up by the.
Right.
yeah,
because he became a prince in Persia.
yeah.
You know, and,
So
and he became the top prince
yeah,
because of his deeds or whatever.
and that's Esau. That's Esau. He supplanted himself into every government.
Yeah.
He just be there, bro. There's towns in Ghana where the chief's an Edomite from Britain.
Damn.
He just made him a chief because he built a well in like 2005.
Well, look at our old prime minister, man. For me, that was
I don't know about-
Amalekite.
Our old prime minister, bro. Your prime minister. I don't know about our old. So it's for votes.
England's, the United Kingdom's old prime minister. What was his name again, man?
From Blair, bro.
No, the Indian bro, the Indian looking bro. Rishi, bro. When you observe him, he had a behaving of an Amalekite. He had that kind of Amalekite spirit, man. And there was a time we was what do you call it, out, you know, where we was doing camp at the time. He actually walked past with his security detail and that. Forgot what he said, but he said it just like such vermin, man. But you want to debate? You want to debate? Yeah. You know?
Wow,
He's going back. Like, this is before he was prime minister, though. Right, when it was still the finance, whatever. Right, but the point being is, like, when we're talking about we may be seeing certain so-called leaders of the world and be just looking at them like, oh, that's an Amalek, that's not Amalek, that's an Elamite, that's a Moabite. But then when you really look at it down the line, they're actually Edomites.
But this is the thing, like even China, these men that run in China don't think they're Chinese.
Yeah.
Just because they look a certain type of way. Esau's infiltrated everywhere, man.
Herod.
You know, so don't
Even
just
India,
think he's
man.
one of them people.
Even because like let's say for instance even Cape Coast, which is where the Cape Coast slave castle is in Ghana. A lot of them Dutch Edomites, what they would do is have like a kid, and then they'll put them in positions of power to run certain things. And then they go on to be
Because there's a reason why Esau went to these nations, China, you know, all these different places and conquered them, but left them as they were eventually, right?
Yeah.
So it looks on the outfront, they're just normal people, like that's their nation.
Yeah.
But Esau's been up in there already, right? God knows doing what the fuck in there, right? So it won't be surprising to know that these men are actually Edomites by lineage and not Moabites or Ammonites or whatever. They got man up in power, just like they've done it everywhere. Same thing, you know, working for the agenda. You know, everyone's working towards it, right? Even Putin.
Yes.
And he's the enemy.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all theater, man.
Yeah, like crypto Jews, like
Yeah.
crypto Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just be there. They'll be just there, like, nah, man. You know, like you know how you got them small hats that take off their small hat, or like wear like a snapback on top of their small hat to pretend like that's not underneath.
Yeah, no, that's what a lot of them do, you know. That's what a lot. You'd be like, bro, why is man wearing a baseball cap in -3-degree weather? Like,
And then the little hat,
I dropped that again, just anyway.
like a
I was like, where's that in the scriptures anyway?
yeah.
They got some weird customs, man. Yeah.
But then the gust of wind blows both hats off. Go ahead.
And it set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
That's Esau, bro. He just gets himself in them positions where he's just esteemed. Like, yeah. Like, you know how you see like a lot of these Caribbean islands, they have a white like president, prime minister. You know? Yeah.
And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman. For the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not.
Bowed not, man.
Yeah, bowing to the Amalekite.
Bowing to the
Edomite,
bro.
Yeah. Any of my people?
My people.
Nor did him reverence. Then
But he wasn't being nasty to him. Just I ain't doing that. You know, ain't my prince, not my king. You know?
there's that phrase, man, delusion of grandeur. And you think when someone thinks that they're bigger than they really are.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you ain't the prince.
Head's too big, man.
Then the king's servant, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgress thou the king's commandment? Now it came to pass when they spake therein unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai matters would stand. For he had told them he was a Jew. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was a man full of wrath.
Full of wrath, right? You know? And then guess what? This all led to exterminate them all. Just kill them all.
Yeah, bro, he's a crash out. He's a chimp. He's the original chimp.
Esau's a YN. I said it. Esau's a YN, bro. Esau's the original YN, bro.
Yeah. Hey, what is this?
He tried to conflate. Was it conflate? Conflate something out of this little situation.
Oh, in play. Yeah.
Sorry, this little situation. He's just like, yeah, but it's a hot. They're all like that. Yeah. They don't worship you.
A pestilent people. Like, throughout all the prophets, let's kill them.
But that proves that these are the Edomites here today.
Yeah.
Because one Jake will do anything, will do something, and then that's all now. All Jake.
George Floyd. Fuck George Floyd. Yeah. You know, George Floyd. Yeah. No, kill them monkeys. Yeah. He's a nigga anyway.
But look at you, man.
Verse 6, it says, and he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had shown him the people of Mordecai.
See? Because see that, so guess what? That old history had come back. Because that old history never left. You know?
There.
Yeah.
And that's why
Enmity, man.
yeah, and that's why I feel when I think of Hosea 4 and 6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? Something very important to know, an important piece of knowledge of who your enemies are, right? And that's why them Jakes last week came up with the devil. That's why they came up with it, because they're unaware that is an Edomite, and that Edomites have a perpetual hatred for us, right? And let's be real, vice versa.
Right? You don't jump on a plane.
You don't exactly.
You don't jump on a plane just to come and see us.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What are you doing? The thing is, it wasn't even for a long time as well. It's a couple of days. That's a lot of money to spend for a couple of days, bro.
Could be checking out the sites in London, bro, man. Big bed.
Yeah, London Eye. Go on the Thames Clipper. Try not to drop it.
Go visit the lodge while you're there.
You know. Go Golden's Cream, pay your basics to your people.
The lodge headquarters is down there in Holborn. Yeah, could have done that. Wait, was there?
Wherefore a man sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom.
Right, so it went from Mordecai's transgression against him to the whole nation of.
That's a YN, bro.
Yeah,
that's a YN.
It's crazy, bro.
Like, nigga will have a personal beef and shoot up the party. That's what happened. He basically said, let's shoot the party up.
It's like, what did the rest of the people do to him? Nothing. Yeah. Like, you might have had a reason for Mordecai, like, because he was the commanded about, right? So he might have had a thing. He could have said that, but you said this, he ain't doing it. He could have got Mordecai done for that. But no, because he went the extra mile with this, fucked himself up. You know what I mean?
It's like that's
because that anger is just too much, bro.
Yeah.
It's rough, it's too much.
And it's like that's just the spirit of peaceful.
That's it.
And it's like he pushed, and he pushed. And guess what? Look, like you read the scripture earlier. You think the pit is gonna fall there in? Yeah. You know? Really, his like that whole story is like like almost a metaphor for the position of Jacob and Israel, man. Jacob and Esau, man. Because it's like, you know, one, Esau was esteemed in the story, you know, being Haman, and envied Jacob and wanted to exterminate Jacob. And then at the end of it, him and his house got destroyed. While Jacob was esteemed, man. You know?
Yeah.
Right?
So it goes on to say, wherefore a man sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai.
Yeah, that's that Cain spirit, man. If you come against me, vengeance taken on me sevenfold. Bro, it was a personal beef, man.
Yep.
Man turned a personal beef to, but guess what?
Genocide.
Genocide. But really, I mean, it was never a personal.
It shows you, man, the kings of these other nations are more reasonable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had our moments, obviously, with other nations and that, but they've allowed us to go and do certain things and, build a temple. And, there's certain kings you've had who dealt with right with us, man. So this one dude, who wasn't even the king.
By the authority.
Yeah. Thought he would just, I'm going to get rid of you. You know? That's crazy.
As it goes on to say, in the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast forth, that is the Lord before a man from day to day, and from month to month, the 12th month, that is the month Adar. And the man said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the province of thy
So
kingdom.
why didn't you say Mordecai? Why did it have to be everybody? Okay, Mordecai's not bowing to me when I come through. Do something about it.
Yeah.
No, he's just like, he's got Mordecai for a minute. It's just like, no, I'm gonna get all these people done.
It's just like vocab to take one bug out. Something bugged out, and that's all the same picture.
And the worst thing about it is, you would also say something about that one bug out.
Crazy.
We'll be like, yo, what's that guy doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Didn't come under our doctrine.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have said to do that. Obviously just bugged out or he's following some other camp. That's crazy. You know what I mean? There's nothing to do with us.
And their laws are
If you
diverse.
look at that, Haman in the story was very diligent, man. Reminds me of somebody. Likes pizza. He's very diligent, man. He's very, very forceful.
Yeah.
And say, and their laws are diverse from all people. Never keep they the king laws.
So you see now he's now comparing our history. See their laws. So guess what?
And that wouldn't have been true either.
Yeah.
Because it's not that we wouldn't have kept any of these laws. It's just there's certain laws that we keep that's different. We ain't gonna do certain things like eat abomination, different types of things, but they would have generally been law abiding in the king's domain.
Yeah.
Just like we are now. But there's some things we ain't gonna do.
Yeah.
That directly conflicts with our own law. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not. But Haman's making it like, they're just rebels, man. They're just going doing whatever, going crazy. No, man, we're peaceful.
Oh, they just want to chill.
Jake was peaceful, man.
We're not
trying to get by, just like Jake D, just trying to get by. He's always done that.
It's like, bro, we're not eating that again, and we're having an orgy. Yeah, we ain't gonna turn up to your pantheons. We ain't gonna come to your pantheons. We ain't gonna worship your gods. Worship statues. That's it. We ain't gonna do it. That was it. Right?
It's not that big a deal, really. Hopefully, it's not violent. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not crazy. Pay that tax, that tribute. We ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, because even like it was earlier on, I was looking into which Babos were going into there's certain we're not just out here doing the madness, and one of the things as well when
so a man have a dispute, have a fight, and something happens, man dies. Like, it's because he's a Hebrew Israelite. Bro, no, it's between men, bro. You know what I mean? It happens, shit happens, isn't it? But they'll inflate these things to me being because of this reason. Yeah. Because they follow different ways.
But that's the spirit of Esau, though.
Yeah.
Migrant to a stabbing. Muslim.
Yeah.
But
there always have to attach something else to it.
Esau is the only individual.
Yeah, he actually is the only individual.
But I was saying, it's like even in the time of Yahushua, the Romans, what did Yahushua say? Hey, whose face is on that inscription? Go pay a tax. Even when they went to put Yahushua to death, they had to get a permission from the Romans, right? Because there were certain things, there was a case with Stephen, right, where they did just do it, right? But normally to carry out capital punishment, as according to Hebrew custom, there were certain things where they actually had to go and ask the Romans, showing you what that it was like. All right, cool, we're under occupation, right? There's certain things we will do, we can do, right? Other things, you know, them other heathenistic things, we're not going to do those. But certain laws that you impose on us, cool, we're gonna
Might not like them, but
might
it's
not like them, yeah.
conflicting, is that, you know,
exactly.
you're like,
Exactly. It's like, all right, you know, too batty, man.
I killed him, I fine.
Yeah, but
I just sit
exactly.
here.
We're gonna have your pilot. Yeah, man, them man, we're doing the madness. Right? Let you know, as according to our custom, this is the judgment. Can we enact the judgment? You know?
Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
Yeah, so look, man, just take them out. Because if you they're pestilent people, they don't listen. So
I haven't been causing any problems up until now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they are a problem.
Yeah, and Xerxes thinking, and Xerxes thinking like, you know what, man? Nah, man, you know what? They're not even that. He's thinking as well, like, you know what? This guy, you know, to be Haman's righteous. Man. He's such a he's so
He's a good man.
He's a good man. Haman.
He's watching out for you.
Yeah, you know.
Whole time I got knife behind his back. You know.
Yeah, that's Esau, man.
Yep.
Which is why we always tell you Jakes that's around vocab foreign, get away from that guy already.
Yeah, but because once again, it's like certain of them, man, you could, and we used to see this at camp in Oxford Circus, where a certain man will come up, right? You could see that he was kind of getting it, but the individual that was around them was the one that pulled them back. Exactly. You know, and I'm saying certain of those guys there, like they were seriously considering what it was that was being said because it makes sense, right? For them, they're Jake, so you know they're like okay, but then they would have gone home, gone and ate pizza with vocab afterwards, right? And then he would have been like, you don't seriously believe that crazy stuff.
So like don't believe this man's trying to save anybody. Yeah, this guy ain't trying to save no one, right? He only gonna bring death to people, straight up, you know. But yeah, he's there to make sure you don't, right? He ain't trying to make sure you believe anything or understand anything. Because this is why he was trying to sort us going into different things to give you a bigger picture of everything, so you could get understanding, you know.
Exactly. Because there's a lot of cultural, and one of the things I did I said in my video is Jake, and I've said it several times, but Jake, well, the Spirit has me saying it a lot, but like Jake forget that a lot of the stuff that was happening back then, in certain-ish ways,
He didn't happen in isolation.
it did happen. So we experience similar things today. Like when we talk about, when we talk about the Israelite foreigners, bro. What are Jake doing in the American military?
Yep.
They're going around here, they're everywhere.
All in the military.
All in the military.
Most of it, Jake.
Yeah, exactly. I think Jake is overrepresented in the military, right? In the American military
population, right?
Exactly.
But we're here defending your country.
Exactly. We're in the military, and then when they're going abroad, they're getting the women abroad pregnant. Right, same way. So then, what are those children going to look like in 2 or 3?
Children everywhere.
Exactly. That's been our history. You know, same way when you talk about the marriage customs. To this day, in a lot of countries, you can't just turn up with a baby. In a lot of customs, to this day, you can't just even in the South, in the States, even in the South, because they're Bible believing whatever, right? They claim, right? You can't just turn up. Just mom, here's a baby. They're going to be like, yo, there's certain customs that we follow. You can't just come here. That's why in Japan as well, it's something like 25% of all brides are pregnant because you can't just turn up with a baby. You know, so they're like, whoa, I'm pregnant. What is it? A break, you pay for it?
You buy.
You buy. Right?
Finish that? Nice.
Who's the Macedonian as well?
If you want to bring precept first. No, it's a long one.
As goes on to say, if it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver.
Man put the bounty out.
Bro, like, man, to the degree, bruv, and so I'll pay for it.
Man put his own money down.
No? Which makes me think about them taking crafty counsel, man. You know? Let's cut them off from being a nation, man. Well, guess what? that didn't work in Persia, and your global agenda now ain't gonna work.
So it didn't work in Egypt.
It didn't work. It never worked any
It didn't
time.
work, right?
It never
It
worked
works.
any time, bro.
It's
Jake is always gonna be there, man. You know what I mean? This was like a boxer with a fantastic jab. No matter what you throw at him, his jab gonna be right there.
That man was trying
Larry
to
Holmes
dash with the male baby into the river, bro.
is still there. Guess
Still
what?
multiplying.
Still multiply. You know?
Yeah, it's like I've got something in the Google AI on 10,000 talents of silver. It says, yeah. It says 10,000 talents of silver was an astronomical, incalculable sum. Elon Musk money, bro. Man, just slap it down.
Incalculable.
But this is why they was all incensed to go after the Jews, bro. They were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Man, ridiculous. Incalculable sum in the ancient world. Today, the value of this much silver depends on how you measure it. But using modern silver commodity prices, it equates to roughly 650 million to 1.3 billion.
So on that,
I'm make you rich.
it's actually going to be more than that. And the reason I say that is it's Apostle Tahar broke down, in Deuteronomy 22, right? Apostle Tahar broke down what that number actually is. But when I went back to the AI gave me a significantly smaller number, right? And it's I forgot exactly how it broke it down, but it basically breaks it down wrong depending on what it's interpreting, right? So there's a good chance it's significantly more than that. Because I think he said it was like $250,000, but like when I asked the AI was trying to make it like 10 grand or something like that, $10,000.
Let's just say 10 billion.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's
But remember, these are kingdoms that are rolling with gold and everything.
Gold, yeah.
Everything was gold. Yeah, everything was gold.
He was moving like a Lannister.
That's what I mean. Like, everything was gold. So like, the money was around, didn't it? You know what I mean? Because all that stuff was kind of like centralized into the family.
It's significant enough to be desired if someone's going to pay you for that. You know what I mean?
You man just slap it down like that, you know?
Because even a billionaire, if you tell him, I'm going to pay you 100 million to do something, I'm like, well, all right, 100, all right. Shit, what?
And you know what
all I got to do is just stamp this paper.
And you know what it's like? When someone's putting down that much money, it's like, oh, he's putting money where his mouth is. He's believing it. Like, he's going to do it.
Well,
Cool.
Because
Do it then.
you don't forget,
You real about this.
it was simply a stamp. It was a stamp.
Like,
Just confirm
I can do this.
that I can do this.
Yeah.
What? You're going to pay for that to just sign this? All right. And then all the Jakes was, catching hell, right?
And they will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hand of God that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasury. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it into Haman, the son of Ammedatha, the Haggagite,
Yeah,
the Jew enemy.
which in the I just seen it in Esther 16, the Apocrypha calls him a Macedonian. That's why we link the Greeks, Alexander, that are being small hats. Macedonian, so there's a direct link in the scriptures, man, of which this I remember the brother Elder Kai quite many years ago brought it out. Direct link.
And that's why it's important for what you used to call these books apocrypha.
Yeah.
Right, because he took them out because the link is there, the connection is there to be made.
In fact, I'll read it.
So guys like Vocab say, oh yeah, they were destroyed. See,
Yeah.
there's no record of Edomites no more. Yeah, because he's an Agagite, he's a Macedonian, this and that. He's a Greek, he's a Roman now. Or now he pretends to be a Jew.
And it's
You
part
know
of
what I'm
the
saying? There's a link here. They're trying to avoid it.
I'll read it quick. This is Esther 16 and 10. But Haman, a Macedonian, the son of Hammedatha, being indeed a stranger from the Persian blood.
Right, so he went Persian. He was a stranger from another land in Kingdom of Persia. Because Persia was made out of bare peoples.
Yes.
Because they just ruled over many peoples, isn't it? So he's just in there. And he got up there, you know?
Yeah. That's Esau, man. Because Esau goes everywhere. You be in the deep jungles of the Amazon and you got Edomite researchers there. You remember that one of them elites kids got killed? One of them elites kids, remember back in the day, I don't know, was it like an Oppenheimer kid, or one of them who went to like bring Christianity to one of them.
I remember that one.
One of them tribes,
And he was throwing
and
spears
they shot him down, man.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, either either like an Oppenheimer or Rothschild, or one of their elite kids, like one of their explorer youths, went to one of them towns, and the report says he never came back.
Maybe he was outbreak.
Yeah,
That's dangerous. That's a dangerous thing to do, man.
yeah,
You know, crazy. That's like the real life Predator movie.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Go. And the king took his ring from his hand and he gave unto a man, the son of Amadatha, the Haggagite, the Jews' enemies.
Enemy, yeah.
And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seems good unto thee. Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written,
Michael Rockefeller. Wow, he was like he's part of the Rockefeller family, and basically, they was basically saying
they didn't like that nigga.
Yeah. Basically, even says missing and legally declared dead in 1964. Rockefeller had been killed, and they said his body was even eaten. That's what they said. Yeah, so
I'll fuck around and find out, bro. These men are not been. They ain't got no. The culture there's mad, you know.
Yeah,
they're not used to these men here. Yeah, you know, man, have been hunting snakes and shit. You know, and you're an alien. You're like an alien to You know, there's been tales about your coming, the pale skinned man.
Yeah,
they share those stories. I'm not joking. I'm not making light of it, but they those moves in it. So the man got shocked when he saw you, man, and just decided to get you first. And then that was the right thing to do.
There was even speculation that some of his bones was turned into weapons.
Mad. Legendary weapons, you know.
Yeah, that's because that tribe he was at was
that's a real trophy right there, bro.
cannibalistic tribe, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So when he went there to go and teach Jesus, I bet they had his ribs on the grill. Like.
I mean, that's just proof, man. Jesus ain't the way, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean. This ain't the way.
They cannibalized.
The light of Jesus don't get through the thick forest, but they don't get, you know.
They carried his clout, man. Well, have you seen it?
No. We carried him. I was laughing.
Carried his clout. Added some time in there.
This is the book of 3 and 12. Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written according to all that a man had commanded unto the king's lieutenants, and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province, according to the lighting thereof.
And it's beautiful that obviously that happened in the Persian Empire. It's beautiful that in the kingdom there's going to be a day that's going to be like the final day of Edomite. That's the last day, which we can get that. You know, Obadiah 18. There's going to be a day where it's going to be like, yo, this is the last day, isn't it?
Countdown.
Countdown. Yeah. You never know. Might translate that in Hebrew. Having speakers when we're chasing them club, for real. But it's gonna be a day. It's gonna be the final countdown, you know, for Edomite nation. Now, whether the Lord decides to bring back their spirits among the other nations, then that's up to him. But what we know is that there's not going to be a nation called Esau or Edom no more. They're going to be gone, man. And it's going to be fitting. Because that's what they want to do to us.
Yeah.
Remember, look, maintain population, whatever, right? But remember, we know in modern day that these elites want to terminate us. Cain was really trying to cut off the line of the righteous by killing Abel. Seth came back.
Yes.
Esau wanted to exterminate Jacob, but now
I'm telling him to flee.
The Lord preserved him. And it's like us. Make no mistake of it, bro. These elites have been trying, bro. It's like, you know, what apostles always tell the story of a story. I don't know if it's told to them or I don't know the background, but you know the one where someone put up in a limo was like, "How the hell did you guys find this out?"
Mm-hmm.
They've been trying, bro. Yeah,
It was because I've been looking up that thing that I mentioned earlier on to talk about the cost of payment. Right, and because when I was doing my video that time, it basically said the 50 shekels was $1,000 US. I was like, that's not right. And I was like, I've seen a conversion nearer $250,000. Right, validate this, right? And it said the 250K figure you've seen isn't coming from metal value of silver. It comes from treating the 50 shekels as basically like the economic weight at the time, right? So it says metal value, when you translate it, it was $1,500. But it says economic weight, right? Relative income to labor value, right? So as a shekel in the Hebrew Bible is often tied indirectly to wages. A common rough anchor, 1 shekel is roughly 1 month of labor, right? This varies, but is a widely used approximation. So 50 shekels is 50 months of wages, equals 4 years of income. Now scale that, if a modern full-time income is around 50,000
you want to take no woman.
Yeah.
You don't want to go with no woman, bro. You got to pay 50 shekels, bro.
Yeah.
Where you get 50 months worth of wages from?
Yeah.
You got to be desperate, bro.
That's it. Yeah, so then it's basically into economic weight. So then if you apply that same logic to what Haman was basically saying, bro, because the elder and the bro was making the point, it's like, yo, this is a king. Like, what's it? But if a king's gonna be like, what? That was a lot of money. Because what would you call it? That, you know, we'd have been thinking, yo, so we could fight this war, we could fight that war,
and this is the
we
thing,
take that land.
Xerxes is known for being wealthy.
Yeah.
Like they portrayed it in 300, digit dripping gold everywhere. Gold where you don't even need gold. You know what I'm saying? Man had no rings down to his toe ring.
Yeah.
It's like man was just going overboard with it. He had everything in it. He had too much. You know, so that is like, yeah, you should.
Yeah.
The money was there. It was around.
Money was there,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know.
So whatever Haman offered him, that was enough for him to be like, what?
What? Yeah, you can't do it. All right. Big
You know what Trump is talking about? Yeah, these pen.
No. Make him a quill.
Oh man, that's crazy. Can't believe it.
Where's the quill now, though? I don't know. It's finished.
Did Obadiah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know something?
No, that's the same one. In it.
Oh,
You've got this one.
So Obadiah 1.
That's so good.
Stuff from 17, it says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and for the house of Esau.
And obviously starting with his truth is like unity, man. Yeah. Like the brotherhood from different backgrounds, different parts of the world, you know, different tribes, most importantly. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Judah, Vex, Ephraim, you know what I mean? Tribes. Like, look at the brothers in Chi-Town. You'll be seeing them. It's a whole, like, just a camp of Mexican brothers and, like, you know what I mean? Or mixing, you know, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah. I forgot which scoffer it was.
Yeah.
But it was one, I think it's one, I think they were ex-IUIC, and they ended up doing a vid with vocab. But I always remember one of the things that scoffer said, right? It was like, yeah, but you know what? It was a place where you wouldn't normally see basically Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom together.
Yeah.
Right? I always remember him saying it, because it was he when he was speaking, it was almost like it was conflict. It was like, yeah, because actually it's like, you know, they were actually kind of peaceful, like, you know.
Because LA and them places, you know, like here we might see your odd Mexican and, you know what I mean? Elephant and Castle or Tottenham High Road or something. But like, you know, you know, I mean, I can't speak for the gang coach, but you know, some things are tribalistic, being around certain people, and that's the environment. You grew up where you grew up, but the Lord through the truth, through the unity, the real unity as well. Not just we start with we're all black. No, we're
Same
one
principles.
doctrine.
Yeah.
You know, the scripture says that there's one faith, one doctrine, one Lord.
But that is
I
true.
mean, that's true unity.
You be basically that you be one with
Yeah,
each other as I am with my
Exactly,
father.
yeah. Jordan, yeah.
So does that mean that we're all the same entity?
This is exactly it. I was thinking about
Yeah.
this. You know, we even brought it out last week.
Yeah.
You know, we brought it out last week, but obviously that they don't want to eat that. So
Yeah, that's right.
it's not even that it goes over the head; it's that they don't want to accept it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
how
You
can
know
we
what?
have this conversation?
He's
if you're
right.
not gonna
Bro.
listen?
It bounced off the head.
Oh,
Smells
it's
too
adamant,
thick.
adamant.
Bro,
Hey, you know that Homer Simpson where he's just got that in his head.
Yeah, with a monkey in the
With the
face. Yeah. That's how it was, bro.
But on that though, because the apostles have said this before, so it's like if you know we all say the same thing, why do you keep going around to
Bro,
different
that's a
camps?
lot of money on flights, bro.
Bro, we're gonna say this. You're gonna hear the same thing.
What a waste of time.
Bro,
No waste of
remember,
time.
Why don't you convert people who can be converted? Exactly.
remember, Babylon is
You know.
huge, man.
Yeah.
So some places it's been, he had to fly there in Babylon.
Yeah. But
Because the nigga even came to France.
Because if I came to America,
There's no camp in
if
France.
I came to America, yeah, I wouldn't be going to see vocab.
yeah, exactly.
What the fuck for?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why waste your time? Why would? Come on, man.
Exactly.
That's why you know you're Asian, bro.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Heyman had money. Heyman had money, bro.
Yeah. Business class all the way.
Yeah. Heyman had money, man. And remember in that story, it was sent to all of the provinces, man. Nigga, bro.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
Right, we're gonna cast that judgment. Right, the tribes of Israel are gonna cast judgment upon Esau to finalize, to finish you. Yep.
And it says, for the Lord hath spoken it, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau.
And God forbid we don't do that, because look what happened to King Saul when he was given the commandment. So this is only the will of the Lord that we have to carry out, regardless of over 1,000 years. You become humble somehow, and you're not as bad as you used to be because you're in hell. Cool. It don't matter.
So that's how you're gonna participate.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter if you're cool with us or whatever the situation is, but we ain't gonna be cool, man. Especially not definitely with you, go cap, right? After 1,000 years comes, and the Most High said it's time. It's time. That's it. And we're gonna bring that judgment about. To end your seed line.
Hey, I was trying to get some more information from chat.
Yeah.
But they made a good point, right? It says there is a strong literary in 1 Samuel 15. King Saul is commanded to destroy Amalek. Saul defeats the Amalekites but spares King Agag. Right? Then I'm gonna jump down. Right? It says there is a strong literary contrast in Esther. Mordecai is from the tribe line of Benjamin and associated with Kish in Esther 2 and 5, while Haman is called the Agagite. That echoes the older story was Saul, son of Kish, a Benjamite, failed to fully deal with Agag. Right? In Esther, Mordecai, another Benjamite, succeeds where Saul fell.
But we know it's at the end of them. But because obviously, when they went to war with King Agag and that, not all the Amalekites would have been there. They could have been elsewhere in the world, and that's why there's still remnants left. But that nation, or that portion of land where the Agagites were, they're supposed to be gone. But we left some of them. Well, we left Agag alive,
Which is why you can't have mercy on 5 Edomites going to their father.
You can't let cockroaches. You can't let them
Look at our Laura mold.
It affects everything. You don't get it, burn it. Like,
remember, this was just Noah and his youths on a boat.
Yeah.
With it wasn't just a casual boat, it was a pretty big one. You know what I mean? With a lot of food stuff and animals. And guess what?
It wasn't a dinghy.
Now there's vocab. You know what I mean?
You know what I saw the other day? It made me laugh.
Big
Right?
population.
He had one of these scorpions. He's atheist. Like, I don't know. Left a tweet or something. Right? He said, "Yeah, okay. The Most High, he led all these animals onto this boat, right? Right. But the woodpecker didn't do nothing for the whole time on the boat. As if to say the woodpecker were going to destroy the boat, innit? Bro, you don't understand how things work, bro.
Bro, first,
How'd you get a lion on the boat?
bro, exactly.
bro, the spirit of the Lord is on these animals to be passive, bro.
At that time, it's something that
You know,
what was taught.
you earn on the scriptures in the
Yeah.
power. You don't understand, bro. Like these animals always passive because they would have killed each other otherwise. It was just normal circumstances. The lion would have been eating the lamb, all kinds of things. But we need the lamb to eat.
Remember, he sent out the what was it, the dove, raven. They came back like.
But you go back to Adam in the garden. He was made Lord over them.
it's
So
like-
they weren't hostile to him.
Yeah, bro.
They were made to be passive, right?
So Adam was just like, oh, lion, oh, shit. Like,
on the manners, bro.
yeah,
Like,
bro.
yeah.
Well, that's what it says of prophesied of in the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
And let me grab that
Yeah,
real
the
quick.
scripture says that.
So
Play with this.
Yeah, a little child shall lead them.
Yeah, let me grab that real quick. Says
I will pack his wood for food.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, the power of the Lord is the power of the Lord.
That's it. Says Isaiah 11:6 says the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb.
Hey, scripture says the beast of the field shall be at peace. Job, bro. Job speaks about us being in the league with the beast. Bro, like, the spirit of the Lord might have it where, like, a bird can see the troops a mile away down, coming to looking for you. And the bird, like, look, man, take the first left, take the sharp right.
There's good fruit on this tree here.
I'm telling you, man, those peaches down there, like,
But also
that's not to say they're gonna be English or whatever, but they're gonna, they make the noise and we're gonna understand what they're talking.
Well,
about,
guess
you know what I mean? He's still trying to do that now. Really fucking retraction. Like, oh yeah, he's saying the dog's saying it. What the fuck do you know?
Yeah. Bailiff, that's what you're saying. Remember, like, he was so mad at the beast, he forgot. Yo, I'm chatting to you. No, fuck that. and then even the beast was like, bro, have I ever disobeyed you? And then he opened his eyes.
Danger.
Remember?
like in Shrek, bro, donkey.
That's it.
Yeah, like, because you could imagine like a newborn baby trying to, that'll bug you out. Like, you know what I mean? I got a son, newborn. I'm like, imagine he just,
You actually understand the
like,
cry.
he's like, a month. Nah, I'm trying to have that milk. Like, wait, what?
But it goes, that's one of the prophecies of the end times, man. That very young children will speak, right? And also it's one of the things, because I love that prophecy, man, because that one, when it's talking about children of a few months shall survive, right? Preemies of a few months shall survive. That's this time. That's this time.
That's what I mean. There's so many prophecies and things that have to be in line together for this end time to exist. You know what I mean? Because if people are going to say, oh, yeah, these things always happen. Yeah, but that didn't happen.
Exactly.
That didn't happen. And these things have to come all at one, be in place all at one time.
Yeah, I mean, my nephew, man, he's 16 now. He was supposed to be born in like March, middle March. He was born at the 3rd of January.
Yeah.
So when he was born, he was about the size of a bone, man. The nigga was lit like this.
Yeah.
He was in hospital for like 2 months in the incubator.
There was one in the basically the earliest child thus far, most premature child thus far. When he came out, they said he weighed less than a thing of butter, man.
Yeah.
You know, because he was
500 grams.
he was like what is it? Was it? It's basically just over halfway baked.
Yeah.
He came out and survived, man.
No.
Yeah, tunes all the way, but it's like he still survived. Like he's a functioning
for real. Like this brother's my brother, a couple of years. He ain't got the biggest of hands. My nephew was in his hands like that.
Yeah.
That's how small he was, bro.
Yeah, now he's taller than me, you know.
Yeah, I think his name.
Bro, who was it? When we saw it, I was like, you're right, uncle.
You know, it's funny, right? Because obviously my boy, he came early as well. Right? He's gonna be taller than me now, right? He's gonna be taller, right? But also Tyson Fury, he was born prem as well, or something like that. He was like, and he's fucking tall as hell as well, bigger than the rest of them.
Apparently, thing of children growing up like.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, so it says the wolf, Isaiah 11:6 says the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and the little child, Israelite child, shall lead them.
Yeah, it's definitely not Edomite child. Yeah. Shit, man. If Edomite child, man, it's snack time. We're gonna be a snack.
That's it.
You know?
It says, and the cow and the bear shall feed.
It shows you them small hats ain't the people. and that 94. You see, like there's
They're
so
getting
many.
attacked by bees. Yeah,
They always get attacked by animals.
Bro,
bees,
bro,
like, whoa.
remember that video, bro?
Lion.
Of no. Remember the famous video here of the small hat in Stafford's Hill, and and the seagulls.
Yeah. Seagulls here.
Bro,
There's crows in
those-
America.
yeah.
where we were.
I think it was seagulls here. He was attacking him. He was trying to run away with a small hat across the road.
Well, I ain't never been attacked by no seagull.
Yeah, bro.
You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, he was crossing the road and the fall. Oh, I think it was crows.
But
I think it was crows.
I do remember a crow incident. I don't know if that was where
Yeah.
it was exactly, but I
Yeah.
thought it was in America that happened. But you're saying
Yeah.
Stamford Hill.
There was one that was here, Stamford Hill, and he was walking on the sidewalk, and I was like, and then swooping down, attacking him. And we crossed the road. They follow him across the road.
Well,
and shit.
that goes hand in hand with the scripture about the earth basically
Yeah.
crying out against him. Kind of thing. All these,
Yeah.
the earth and the animals, the trees and that,
Yeah,
they all cry against him because he's destroying him. They get it,
Yeah.
you know. They even know the source is the small hats.
Funny video, man. They were running, they were sprinting for their life. But and it's something that my brothers always say. All them, like, you know, they get attacked by animals. But a lot of them, when animals attack, it's always small. It's always Edomites being attacked, man. There you go.
So, obviously, we're talking about Amalek. Kidna, brother posted this in the chat, man.
Yeah.
71 children from an what do you call it, small hat Orthodox school have been rescued from underground tunnels connected to a sewer system in New York.
Sewer system.
Rats.
Or if you call them rats, the big deal.
Well, Spirit and the Ninja Turtle, bro.
Yeah.
Vocab man's like, you know what I mean?
But I bet you under vocab's a kangaroo, you got a small hat.
Look at the
I bet you under his small hat, there's a under it. Yeah.
Bro,
Under his kangaroo.
and small hats are spooky, bro.
Yeah, that's scary
It's
people,
spooky, man.
So apparently, small hats don't have lungs, man. I'm joking. Yeah, let's. But what's
To finish your
yeah, man. To be fair, man, I actually had a cousin, my girl cousin. She used to work in a small hat school, and they didn't do PE, like physical exercise,
Great.
because their school they didn't do PE because they said the bones are frail, so that actual school didn't have
One
no
shall be
sports.
stronger than the other.
Yeah,
Yeah. See, it's there, evident.
yeah, man.
Stronger and physical, but also mental strength.
And more spiritual.
every aspect.
Every
Everything.
aspect. Because the reason I always say that is Esau, obviously he can't hide the fact that we're faster, better, stronger, right? So
Back training.
without, you know, that's actually a meme
That's
online.
not training. Yeah,
That's actually a meme online.
Yeah.
It'll be all the
Jake go gym for like 3 months.
Bro, look at the brother, which I know he trains, but look at the brother, I'm a one. He's just like a hench. Like,
Popped out like that.
would
bro.
you call it? Because there's a meme, but like all of the different heathens have done it where it's like, yeah, me after training in 6 years, the average black man.
He's like trained 6 years, go on steroids. You know what I mean? Hormone replacement, all of that to get wham. And
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Jace comes out like that. It's 16 and he's ready to go.
Exactly, Jake, this
You know what I mean?
you know, but also it's like Jake, when we aren't handicapped, because that's what Esau has done in the education system. He has systematically handicapped us, right, in the education system, such that it looks as if Jake is behind, but the truth is, for a large part, Jake is. But it's like, Jake, we've got the spirit and we've got a certain level of creativity and in actual intelligence.
Goes back to the talent. Bro.
Exactly.
We have talent, not like in the spirit.
Exactly. Because now we always give this example, but every brother here has experience. So when you're dealing with Elam, whether it's at a shop or somewhere, and then you tell them a task that isn't normally what they do, you see their minds get confused. The other day, I needed food, and our boss man was like, "Ah, okay, cool." And I said, "No, bro, you don't need to put it in a bag or whatever." And it was like, but you need bag. I said, "No, bro, I'm cool." And he was like, "No, but you need." And he was confused, right? But then these are the same people that they'll have you believe are smarter than us. They're great regurgitators. Good on you. Well done. Right? But Jake, we're actually intelligent. When we're going into things, when you see a Jake that's smart, they're smart, right? Creative, right? They solve problems in ways that these other heathen nations can't
really think about solving.
Outside the box.
Yeah, and that's why Jake ironically one of the reasons why Jake struggles in the workplace, because Jake will solve a problem in a way that's just so simple, right?
As well.
That if he's an Edomite manager, he's like, damn, I don't want you getting credit for that. That's actually kind of smart. But then also Jake will let's say you've got because brothers have experienced this, where let's say at work they've got to do 10 things right for the day. Jake has that way of like, okay, they'll look at the problem, they'll be like, all right, cool. I can actually do it this way so that I can do those 10 things in like 2 hours. And then at the rest of the day, well, I've done my task, innit? Like, if you don't give me no more work. But then guess what? Jake gets called lazy. I've done the work. I've done it.
Bro, you know, Josie in Egypt, right? Pharaoh must got bugged out when Josie came to him. You know, this is what we need to do. He's like, what? Bro? Oh, yeah, you handled that then.
That's
You
it.
handled that then, because that's kind of mad.
Yeah. Oh, remember 12 years a slave, man, where they're building the shed, right? And then the Jake catches like, no, and he wasn't even coming disrespectful. And that's one of the things Jake experienced, right? Where you're not even coming disrespectful. You're not even coming disrespectful, right? To Esau, you just said, actually, no, we could do it like this, right? Because you're
You've insulted his intellect.
Exactly.
You insulted his intellect because it's low anyway.
Exactly. And then, you know, as the scripture says, and then his countenance fell.
Yeah. And he hated his brother.
Yeah. And Jay, we've all experienced that, man. You be at work or whatever, you're doing what you're doing, you shine. We're shining. We're Jay Israel.
Stand up.
Right? We stand out. But then you do something, and then you see someone in the room, their countenance falls. But because you've now proven that they ain't any whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Back here. We wrap up soon.
Oh, this is 3 and 13. It say, and the letters were sent by post into all the king's province.
You know what? When you pause that, can you read down 13? That's 13. He actually gets into why he didn't want to bow down to him. So,
Verse 2, yeah. Esther 13, verse 2. After that, I became lord over many nations and had dominion over the whole world, not lifted up with the assumption of my authority, but carrying myself always with equity and mildness. I purpose to settle my subjects continually in a quiet life and make my kingdom peaceable and open for passage to the utmost coast to renew peace, which is desired of all men. Now, when I asked my counselors how this might be brought to pass,
so it's like the continuation, isn't it? You know, it gives more context to how the whole destroy the nation Israel came. Yeah.
man that excellent in wisdom among us, and was approved for his constant goodwill.
But again, if you read through, it says he labored underhandedly to take you over. And that's Ecclesiastes 12. Set him not by thee, lest he seek to overthrow thee, man. That's why we can't have one Edomite in the kingdom, man, after they serve their sentence.
Because he's gonna serve him, all diligence, and all that kind of stuff to begin with.
Oh man, sir.
You know? He's gonna be your best employee. Until he becomes your manager.
Yeah.
Then he's gonna become an asshole.
We've all experienced that at work, bro. Yep. Well, when you and like one Edomite colleague on the same level, bro, as soon as you become manager,
Throw you under the bus.
bro. I'll never forget this one Edomite, man. I helped him get his job where he's at now. When he first came, he was at a low position, and it's me that trained him, and I encouraged him to apply for a different job. As soon as he got a different job, he's making more money now. One time he caught me doing something on a forklift, which it wasn't even a problem doing. Bro, I caught him when I was in reverse. I turned back, his phone was like this. I said, "Oi!"
No phones allowed,
You calling me?
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't be drunk. I said, mate, if I record every time you fuck up, then he came back and, oh no, sorry man, I didn't mean to do it. I wasn't trying to be a snitch. I said, bro, you was gonna
You were
record me.
snitching. I wasn't trying to be a snitch. Wow,
I caught him red-handed, bro. He was red as hell as well. Yeah. Ever since that day, Every morning he says hi to me. That's Esau for you.
Yeah.
That's recess. What's it?
Recess. Remember that guy?
Yeah. The name backwards means.
Shit, man.
Ronald.
It basically means small Jew or
Yes,
something.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. But Recess, the character in Recess, he changed his name. Yeah, it means anyway. But something. Yell Nats. Something.
No, that's
That's my cement. Yeah. Okay. Stanley. Yeah.
that's Randall Weed.
Randall Weed.
Yeah. Small nerd, what was it? Small nerd, something like that.
Small Jew or something. Or something.
Yeah.
Randall Reed.
Yeah. Naaman, but
Yeah, I think it's a small Jew, isn't it?
Yeah, small nerd, Randall J. Weaves. It's an anagram.
Yeah, for small Jew or something.
Yeah.
and them among us,
Yep.
and was approved of his constant goodwill and steadfast fidelity.
That's the character of Esau.
Actually, man's friend.
What we call him back in the day? In end, he's a beg friend.
Brown
True
nose.
faith, till we get opportunity. That's what it is. That's why you can't trust him. Yep. And had the honor of the second place in the kingdom, declared. So he's up there. Yep. Declared unto us by in all nations throughout the world. There
Yeah,
was
small Jew nerd.
That's it,
Yeah,
yeah.
small Jew nerd.
Yeah.
When you play around
Randall J.
declared unto us by in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people.
which is not true. You're malicious. That's the character of Esau. They say we are malicious. You're malicious people. Isn't killing your brother because your sacrifice unaccepted
Malicious.
malice. Isn't trying to just kill your brother because the birthright, like, isn't that malice?
Because even in this whole time here, Mordecai nor Esther ever accused you of anything you weren't actually doing.
Yeah.
To get you in trouble. It was just the facts, bro. You man was plotted.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't say, oh yeah, because they're Amalekites and they're heathens and they're into witchcraft. He didn't go into all of that. He simply you stood against Mordecai and the Jews. That's it. Unnecessarily.
Are we still on a different time?
Mine.
Okay, can. Sorry. I just realized that I was looking for the line.
Okay. It said that had laws contrary to all nations and continually despised the commandments of kings. So as the united. Were they obedient? Were they being obedient at the time? Like I said, there's certain things we weren't going to be doing, but generally, it weren't a problem until you mentioned it. Exactly. Yeah. And continually despise the commandments of kings. So as the uniting of our kingdom. So he's trying to tap out the king's pride. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's trying to get to him through his pride. Oh yeah, they don't respect the king. He's sneaky, he's serpent-like. Yeah. You know? Yep.
Honorably, but in it's sneaky and serpentine because it's a thing of Jake at the time of respectful to the king, but it's a thing of not like there are limits. But that's what he don't. Whenever he's accusing someone, which the scriptures call him the accuser of our brethren, right? When he's accusing someone, he always leaves out key bits of information, right? Like he might, vocab at some point, which I'm surprised he didn't bring it up. Going to bring out Deuteronomy 22, but he won't bring out the fact that we say, there are stipulations that wasn't the normal thing, and that the punishment was actually a very steep punishment, if you will, as we read it earlier on, 50 months of wages, right?
Forget about that part.
Exactly, but we break it down fully. But when
that just shows you that it couldn't have been going on normally like that.
Exactly.
No way. You'll be in slavery.
Exactly.
You have to put yourself in the seat under the farmer, bro. It's mad.
And the thing as well, to go on that, like people in this world, in the Western world, what's one of the things that they say that should happen to people that are touched, right? Oh, they should be executed in this, that, and the other. But actually, in the other instances, that's actually what happens to the guy. In the other instances where it's adultery, right? When he's taking it from someone that wasn't there to be taken,
Which is the official crime. It's like adultery.
you know.
Then like, I don't even want to get into that.
Back into verse
court can be like, you see, so they're cool.
There's no charge against rape, but there's charge against adultery.
Exactly.
You know? Yep.
Honorably intended by us cannot go forward. Seeing then we understand. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men.
That's an Edomite. That's an Edomite mindset, bro. That's how you know these elites, like Rothschilds, Rockefeller. You know they're Edomites, bro. Why did they come to the same conclusions thousands of years apart?
Yeah.
Same fucking people, bro. You know what I mean? The DNA. Like it's the DNA. It's the phenotype. Yeah.
Deferring in
Say the PS5, man.
deferring in the strange manner of their laws, and evil affected to our state, working all the mischief they can that our kingdom may not be firmly established.
That was how he's thinking, shit, is it this bad? I didn't even know. Like, you know, and like, yeah, no, it is. It is bad.
Because at a certain, because you know that's a good point. Because it's like brothers, we all go through this.
Yeah.
When the site director don't know about your case, and your manager, because I had that. Do you remember? It took me long to get permanent. It's like, you know, like a new pharaoh that I don't know, Joseph.
Yeah.
So you're just caught in the middle of it, and the guy on the top of you hates you. So he's telling him at the top, trust me, man, you late him. He did this, he did that on the computer, and it's like, bro, you can't plead your case until the Lord opens the opportunity where you do, and it always gets exposed that they was lying the whole time. Yeah. And all of us brothers have been through that. One way or another. You got a hater in the middle. You got Randall. Exactly. Jay Weems.
Exactly. Verse 6. Right. Therefore have we commanded that all they but are signified and write unto you by Amen, who is ordained over the affairs, and is next unto us, shall all, with their wives and children, be utterly destroyed by the sword of their enemies.
Yeah. You know, which it just shows you, man. That's Esau's vibration, man. Right?
Overboard.
Overboard.
Without all mercy and pity.
Wow, yeah.
That's he might have a case against Mordecai, but this is a set way too far.
But Mordecai's gonna break down why he didn't. And when you hear it, you're like, you know what, fair play, Mordecai. Kinda. Yeah.
The 14th day of the 12th month, Adar of this present year. But they who of old and now also are malicious, may in one day with violence go into the grave. And so ever
You know how crazy that is? Everyone's got a due date of when they're gonna die. Now hopeless people is that people probably get yacked, praying, like fasting, disillusioned. All plans they had in the year was done. Imagine you just had a newborn son, you know, on Friday he's gonna get wigged. Probably people who kill themselves. You know, you never know. I'm just
because you know it's
real life,
because you would have had some people that was like, I don't want to be, you know, slaughtered by evil.
give you satisfaction.
Yeah, because what was that? There was something similar where it was like I was like, I don't want it to be written that I was killed by a woman.
I believe it was
Oh yeah, Saul.
That
That
happened
happened
with Saul as well. Saul and the one with the one where
She dropped a boulder on his head.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't want it to be known that I got killed by a woman. Like, you know.
Okay.
It says, but they who of old and now also are malicious, may one day with violence go into the grave, and so ever hereafter cause our affairs to be well settled and without trouble. Then Mordecai thought upon all the works of the Lord and made his prayer unto him, saying, O Lord, the King Almighty, for the whole world is in thy power. And if thou hast appointed to save Israel, there is no man that can gainsay thee. For thou hast made heaven and earth and all the wondrous things under heaven. Thou art Lord of all things, and there is no man that can resist thee, which are the Lord. Thou knowest all things, and thou knowest, Lord, that it was neither in contempt nor pride
nor for any desire of glory, but I did not bow down to proud Haman. For I could have been content with good will for the salvation of Israel, to kiss the soles of his feet.
Yeah, it's like basically if it meant that my people don't get fucked with, I wouldn't mind kissing the soles of the feet, but now it's gonna explain why.
But I did this, that I might not prefer the glory of man above the glory of God. Neither will I worship any but thee, O power.
Yeah, so it's probably the way they was bound to Haman was probably coming like giving him, you know what I mean, a look. Because let's be honest, Esau, you think he just wants you to take the he probably wanted you to worship him. Haman lives forever. Or
Yeah.
Can I grab this?
I ain't doing that.
When you were saying that,
Extra praise.
I thought of it says Acts 12:21. It says, I'll start from 20, I'll read it into quick. It says, and Herod was highly displeased with them of Tyre and Sidon, but they came with one accord to him, and having made Blastus the king's chamberlain their friend, desired peace because their country was nourished by the king. And upon a set day, Herod, arrayed in royal apparel, sat upon his throne and made an oration unto them. And the people gave a shout, saying, it is the voice of God, of a God, and not of a man. And immediately the angel of the Lord smote him, because he gave not the Most High the glory, and he was eaten of worms and gave up the ghost. Right? When you were saying that, I was like, yeah, that reminded me of that thing, because these even they want to be worshipped like God.
Yeah, you know why?
Yeah.
Because for Haman to be in the position he was in, he had to kiss ass. And at that point, he's in a position he wants his ass kissed. You know, so he wants all that reverence he was given because he wants to return on his investment. You know what I'm saying? He wants to return on his investment, right? So he wants everything. I deserve this. So you grovel, you pray to me. You know, all that shit. You know, that's what Esau gets like. He took us out of slavery. He took the bank.
If it weren't for us, you would have a mobile phone.
It's like piss off Esau.
Yeah. No, nigga, man, I would have got a contract.
He wants us to venerate. Yeah, you know, for what he's done for us. No, it's not happening. No way. Yep.
And it says, but I did this that I might not prefer the glory of man above the glory of the Most High. Neither will I worship any but thee, O power. Neither will I do it in pride. And now, O Lord God and King, spare thy people, for their eyes are upon us to bring us to naught. Yea, they desire to destroy the inheritance.
So, and it's always been in Esau's mind to bring us to nothing, which is ironic because when we read Obadiah, that's what happens to him. Not one. No, and not one is the same thing. Zero.
Yeah.
No Edomites then, because this was always your plan against us. Right? So the most likely to have it happen to you, like he said he would. You know? Yep.
That have been thine from the beginning. Despise not the portion which thou hast delivered us out of Egypt for thine own self. Hear my prayer and be merciful unto thine inheritance. Turn our sorrow into joy, that we may live, O Lord, and praise thy name, and destroy not the mouths of them that praise thee, O Lord. All Israel in like manner cried most earnestly unto the Lord, because their death was before their eyes.
It was death in the face, pretty much, you know? They need his wrath was going to come upon them.
So, okay. It just gives you the idea of Esau, man. That's why that old narrative, it's a theme. It's a theme. It's going to circle on his eyes, and guess what's going to happen? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like how certain teams are like, we gonna bottle it, and they bottle it.
And who's bottled?
It's all right. It's all right.
You're
Not here.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah, so we're gonna close up this. We've got closing statements, scriptures. All right, man. All right, so with that, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Chakadash. Again, double honor to the elders, the apostles, GMS, shalom to the brothers and the hopeful elects out there.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.